The Brethren of Chaos podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Brethren of Chaos podcast.
Hola.
Hola, I'm Cal, as always. Stay is stay, as sometimes. Split personality syndrome and all that kind of thing.
Tyler Durden. That's who I am sometimes.
Tyler Durden. Is Tyler Durden the kid off the Nirvana
No.
album? Tyler Durden.
Dingo, Brad Pitt on Fight Club.
Oh.
Or like everybody's like, wanna be him.
He's the kid off the Nevermind album.
I know you mean. Who's all of a sudden,
Super famous.
yeah, got problems with his,
Mental health.
well, I was going to say his naked body.
What have you been up to, Steve?
Um,
I know you've had a couple of gigs. Since that, because we are on a Monday, and we haven't done a Monday for a while, have we?
yeah, we're
So
back,
you think we've
back
gone
to start the week.
Wednesday, Monday? Not a lot of time to get stuff done and tell each other about in the next pod.
Yeah, only a few days. Oh, God. Yeah, I've been very tired.
Do you know what? I will say, and I want to apologise if there's any yawning today.
Are you going to fall asleep on the
I am
pod?
so tired today.
Am I going to end up talking to myself?
Well, I had a late night last night, couldn't really sleep, and I've been off work. I was off work last week, first day back in, so it was just like loads of catching up to do, loads of stuff. I'm just fucking knackered today. But
Is your sleep pattern all out? Or do you keep that,
no.
keep that sane?
Let's just say I was doing something till late last night,
Okay, yeah.
and that's all I will disclose.
Giving blood.
Sucking blood.
Sucking blood. Fair enough.
Yeah, you've had a couple of gigs. I'm afraid I couldn't come, but I do really want to come to one.
Oh, sorry. Oh, they always seem to be a laugh.
Yeah.
Seem to be like a lot of characters.
Well, I'm planning on cutting the boozing out after next Friday / next Sunday.
Give or take.
Yeah. Well, it's in the lad in the Rocket Dom. It's his last day.
Oh,
Sunday.
you got to have a good
So I
send
might
off.
go and have a pint with him, but
Yeah. Open the doors to Valhalla.
yeah. No, maybe not that much. I'm in work on the Monday, Steve. But yeah, I'm planning on turning it in a little bit.
After that.
Just having a couple of weeks off, because I think I've probably been out every weekend for the past year.
Could
At least.
take its toll, that.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah.
I don't know about mentally, maybe.
Pretty definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go into anything like, but
I'm going to go deep.
yeah, that. So hopefully I can drive up to like fucking Billinge or wherever you do your gigs and
All over the place.
just come and watch one.
Yeah, they could go. That could go the other way though. You could start partying. It does go gets full on party
Oh, I could sit there.
towards the end of the night.
I could sit there, enjoy the music, maybe with a friend.
Yeah,
I can have 2 pints,
yeah.
technically 4.
4 souls.
4 pints. Have I said this on the podcast?
I don't.
Because I've been pretty adamant about this
Go on.
a couple of times. 4 pints under 4% over a 3-hour period. You should technically be under the limit.
Do you reckon? Oh, over what period? Time.
3-hour period.
3 hour period. Yeah.
4 pints under 4% over a 3-hour period.
I don't think for me, but for someone who drinks.
Yeah, but I drink, and 4
Yeah.
pints. Like I had 4 pints of Heineken, which is probably about just over 4%,
Yeah.
and I was absolutely rat-arsed.
On the floor.
Yeah, and it's pub beer. They put something in it, definitely.
Well, compared to like if you get in a bottle or something or in a can.
Yeah, when you get a pint can of Carling, and it's in your fridge at home.
Yeah. They're all weak, aren't they?
Well, Carling is a weak beer. Yeah, that you could get away with 4 Carlings, I reckon.
And drive.
Yeah, over a 3-hour period.
Oh, easy. I think. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like having more than 2 and driving, to be honest.
Have a few orange juices. Get some vitamin C.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Orange
take
juice
a
and
couple
apple
of
juice.
oranges.
Just sat on the table with a pile of oranges.
I have been so in our house. This is a little sidetrack, but we normally have like little easy peelers, like little tangerines and that satsumas.
Oh, yeah.
All those kind of things. Dead easy to peel,
Yeah.
straight off in
Just
your mouth.
blow on it.
Yeah, gone. But my dad's been buying actual oranges recently.
Like big ones.
Yeah, the most difficult thing to peel ever.
You got to bludgeon it.
It's impossible. So you have to get your teeth in.
Yeah, go for
Get
it.
the first bit off, and then you're ripping through, and then your hands stink of orange for weeks afterwards.
It's got like that. It's got that zesty.
Yeah, you
zesty
can
smell.
see the zest coming off as you.
You've got like an orange like layer
Yeah,
on your nails, haven't you?
you have. Yeah,
I know exactly what you mean.
fucking
There.
dreadful. So, I mean, I still have been eating the oranges because it's just good. An orange is good.
Could you eat the peel?
No, I wouldn't.
Like, could you just bite into an
You probably
orange?
could. You probably could, but
Yeah.
well, it's like have you ever had a kiwi?
Ages ago.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, people
like a
eat
little fairy little ball.
Yeah, people eat that, don't
Like
they?
in like Asian cuisine, it's like that is what you do.
They just eat it in one.
You just bite it, yeah.
No, I could eat. I'd rather eat an orange peel over that.
Would
that
you?
Little furry.
No,
thing.
because it's only thin. I see how thick orange peel is.
Oh yeah, actually, it's like leather.
Seriously,
It's like leather, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strip of leather.
it is.
You know, you get like sambas,
Yeah,
and sometimes you get the big tongue version.
yeah.
It's like that, isn't it? Big tongue of orange peel.
big samba tongue of orange peel. You're right. Yes, Steve, you're very right. But it's yeah. So that's what you've been up to, going to the pub.
Yeah, I went to the comedy night in Tank from our.
I spoke to the lads about it. Yeah,
Oh.
Si and Dom.
It was
It was good, yeah.
fucking funny. Like the last two, the others were like funny, you know. It wasn't blowing you or anything, but the last two were just ridiculous.
Who? Any names?
No, but you know what? I'll link their socials onto a post or something.
Do it, yeah. Why?
They were genuinely funny.
Yeah. Just
Like-
were they like anyone fit? Because who did we mention? There was that Dean guy with the tattoos that we mentioned.
Yes.
Dean Coughlin.
Oh yeah.
He hosts it, I think, doesn't he? Is that what
Um,
Paul was saying last week?
No, it's the other guy, Cameron. Cameron Jones hosts it.
Oh,
He's funny.
is he?
Yeah, he's.
Oh, badly. I've so fucking gutted to miss it.
You know what? You'd really like it because it's chilled. It's like a chilled night. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And because it's like it's small, it's like intimate, but it's not like serious.
Yeah.
You know,
What-
because it's so small, everybody's just like all sat there, just having a laugh together.
Yeah. What is the last Thursday of the month? Every month.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's once a month at some point.
Yeah. I think that's what he said. I have to go back and have a listen
Yeah,
to the podcast.
re-listen to the whole
Just
2
to get that
hours,
snippet.
3 hours.
I know, what a shift.
Pushed the hours. I was there.
Yeah, because I think Paul could have gone forever as well, but I was genuinely falling asleep.
He said he'll definitely come on do another.
Yeah.
He said he'll come on with proper research this time of proper stories.
Yeah.
He said he's got loads more. He'll have them all written down.
Good. It was good. It was really good.
That was such a laugh. That
It was.
I was.
Some serious stories that.
Think about the gate one.
Yeah. That's the one. So that's the one that will pop up on the socials for all the listeners.
Yeah, it's so funny when I'm editing it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, like I have to listen back at certain parts, and you just end up listening to the whole of it again.
Just don't stop.
No, I'll fucking listen to it again,
Oh, it
laughing.
is fucking class. Like, no, that it was really good to have Paul on. Actually, it was. He was like really comfortable as well. Which
Yeah,
is,
good. What is it? Good speaker.
Yeah. Just happy to fucking go start rambling. Like we've had guests on where it's like they ease themselves in, don't they, a little bit?
Yeah.
But he was just like, well, I know he's done podcasts with him before.
Yeah. He's
Um,
works behind a bar. You got your gift of the gab, haven't you?
You have, yeah. You've got nothing to worry about there. What have I been up to since last week?
In the 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I went
it's
out.
4 days,
out,
isn't it?
Wasn't I? That's why I couldn't go to the comedy thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I heard you were on a double date.
Yeah.
Was it a double date?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I would
dear.
call it that. No, it was good.
Like a rom-com style double date.
No, it was. It was funny though. No, it was funny. It just got a bit wild again. I don't know what gets over me. I don't know what happens. Like, start drinking.
Are you untamed? On a night out? That's what it's like.
Yeah. No, so we were in Roxy's, we was, like playing games and that. Played with the bowling,
Oh, it's always good in there.
mini
isn't it?
golf,
Yeah.
bit of pool, beer pong. All good. All really good.
All smooth.
But just absolute levered. Me and Matty started having a jumping competition.
Oh,
See how high up on a wall you could reach
what?
inside Roxy's. And then
And the lady friends are stood there,
watching us, yeah.
not talking, just staring, going, "Oh my god!"
And then we went out. We went to another bar, and did karaoke.
Oh, karaoke's a solid.
Yeah,
I like karaoke even when I'm not drinking.
yeah. I mean, I don't
Like just
think,
for a laugh.
I don't think I could do it
Could you not?
sober.
No.
Get up and sing "Angels" by Robbie Williams.
No, I couldn't do that.
What would you sing sober?
Through the Fire and Flames. Of
Would you?
course, yeah. Slipknot. No, I don't know. Sober.
That's what we did. So me,
I'd sing All Star by
Yeah.
Smash Mouth.
that's pretty good on that. We did "Angels" by Robbie Williams,
That's
and then
what we
"Sit Down"
used
by James.
Sit Down's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
they were R2,
that's a solid one. That
and then the guy went, "No more,
you're done.
get out the bar."
Stop jumping around.
No, we did a couple more for the fans.
You slam dunking.
Slam dunking. And then we had a jumping competition, yeah.
Again?
On the wall, yeah. No, we didn't. So that was Thursday. Friday, I went to the pub because it was a Friday.
Yeah.
Played
Friday night.
Played a bit of darts, had a few pints.
Get your eye on them two triple 20s.
Yeah, get my arm in. And then Saturday, I was at a party, very, very drunk.
Oh, I remember you saying, yeah, before.
We went out too early. It's my dad's fault, I blame him. Just absolutely levered by the time I got in. And then just the crackhead energy that I was giving off when I got to the bar where they were having the party.
Wait, so what time? What time did you go out? Like, what's too early?
Started at 7. We were out at just after 5, probably.
Oh, yeah, that's
Or just R5, something like that.
drinking.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
straight on the pints. Nothing to eat. Got there.
You're travelling dimensions there.
Yeah, got there. I was a bit drunk, and the lads could tell, basically.
Were your legs sore from the other day from jumping?
No. He saw me on that bike before, so my legs are
Getting those miles in.
Yeah, getting a bit of mileage in.
Oh, actually, I just remembered me inside a very interesting night. Did he tell you what happened after the comedy club?
No.
It's so bizarre.
Come on.
Right, so we had the comedy club, nice chilled, proper laugh. Finished by like 12 or something like that. We went outside a tank, 12 o'clock on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Everything's closed. Bar for closed.
Yeah.
Just dead.
I can imagine.
Usually it's open though.
Is it?
Yeah.
On a Thursday?
Yeah. Usually there's like people out. So I think St. Helens dying of death. But
Well, we know that. We just had
we had
a 3-hour conversation about that last week.
yeah, we covered all that. So we were like, oh, happy days. We can, it's an early night.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. So we got in the car and stuff driving. I was driving back to Simon's. You know the road going up to his from like you go past what's that pub?
The Black Bull.
No, the
Griffin.
The Griffin. Yeah, you go past the Griffin and turn right, and there's like the long road up the hill towards Si's house. Going towards Red Rocks.
So you go to like the roundabout.
Yeah. You turn
left at the roundabout and then right.
The second right.
The second right.
The one up the hill.
Yeah, not towards the shop.
No, not towards the shop.
Yeah.
So going up that hill, there's a massive, like the sky. So at the top of the hill, it's like trees, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you're going into Taylor Park. The sky there is lit up red, and we're like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "Why?" And it's like it's not red. It's like orange.
Yeah.
We were like, "There's obviously a massive fire going on. Something to light the whole of the sky up in that direction."
What the fuck?
In that, like, in the distance as well, it looked close. We're like, fucking hell. And this is like 12 o'clock. We were like, oh, this is going to be prime side quest here.
Yeah.
We've unlocked a side quest. So we drove round. So if people don't know the geography, the layout of Taylor Park and the surrounding areas, but you have to drive like round to get to the other side of Taylor Park. And there was nothing. We're on like that East end.
Yeah, like the Prescott Road.
Yeah, near Tom's house and all that. And there was nothing. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Where's this bright light? We couldn't even see it in the sky. So we carry on driving further around, going up to Carmel College.
Yeah.
And there's no lights or anything. I'm like, oh, that's a bit odd. And we look down Red Rocks, which is a path that goes in between the college
and the golf course
and the park. It goes right down to Si's house, basically the other side from where we've come from. And that was full of we thought it was smoke, but it was obviously fog. We'll get to that in a second. But from we're looking for a fire, and we see a path, a long dark path like full of fog, smoke, and we're like, oh my God, what the fuck? So we pull up on West Park, you know where Baz is?
Yeah.
And got out, put my steering lock on, clamp the steering wheel. And then,
that was hilarious. That the other day when we went bowling though, where you put it on and then shut your door,
and it wouldn't.
Just the horn, you just going.
I put it on the wrong way. Gave away the position.
Yeah.
But anyway, we went down Red Rocks.
Also, go on, tell your story, but I need to bring something up in a sec.
Okay. So we went down Red Rocks looking for this, and this massive fire from the looks of it. And we're like, nothing's in. It's like, what the fuck's going on? We go further down into the pitch black.
Yeah.
We're looking around. It's like, there should be a fire here. We even went before this, actually.
Did you not?
We went through Taylor Park.
Were you not
in my car? You know, like the off-road bit going from the car park to Red Rocks. I went through that looking, and like we were looking in the trees and everything. Couldn't see anything.
Did you not get out and were walking through the fog?
Yeah.
And smelt it?
Well, both of us in the moment could swear down we could smell smoke. But
okay. Okay.
So we get down.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Down Red Rocks. We get down Red Rocks, and we turn and face Carmel College. We're next to the field now, the back of Carmel College, that big where they played football on them. And we look, and Carmel College has got new floodlights lit up bright orange. We spent an hour
looking for a fire.
Yeah, looking for a massive fire. And like we could swear down that we could smell smoke, and it's obviously just in your head. You know, when you've got it in your head that whatever
you
it
fully
is.
tricked yourself.
Yeah,
I'd imagine you were both very drunk as well.
Well, Si was a bit. I was sober, sober as anything.
But it's like you were tricked by Si.
Yeah, I was even duped.
Yeah.
But Red Rocks, look, it was fog, but it looked like smoke. You know, it's dead thick.
But it's all in your mind because you think you found it because you're looking for a fire.
Yeah, fucking played on us.
Oh my God,
that was a little silly adventure that we ended up on.
Yeah. Well, I want to hear this. So when we went bowling and you had the moment with your steering lock.
Oh yeah.
You had to climb over the other side and open the door, and you said, "Oh shit, there's still loads of seeds in my car from when I tried to steal that chicken." And you said, "I went, don't tell me on the pod," and you forgot to tell me. So
okay, so I went full medieval peasant.
Yeah.
Here, so basically down the road here, there's like a golf course.
Yeah.
An opposite. Actually, no, I don't want to give away the person's house.
Well, you've given it away. You have.
There's a house somewhere nearby.
Yeah.
And there's loads of chickens there, like a chicken coop
that they own.
I don't know if they own it. It's next to. It's like a bit of like a yard next to the house.
Is there a coop there?
Yeah, there's a big coop
on that person's land.
Well, I don't know if it is. I don't know if the yard next to the house is.
Is it that person's land?
I'm 75% sure. Yeah. You know what? I'll. You have a look when you drive past. It's a bit vague.
Okay.
But over the past few years, there's always been chickens escaping from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And running out and stuff, and they don't get like put back for a while. So like people have mentioned it, saying like, who's looking after those chickens? Like, why are they getting out? Why are they? Nobody's looking after them properly.
People of the local area.
Yeah, a few locals have mentioned it, not just me.
Yeah.
And I was like, next time those chickens are out, I'm fucking having them. I'm going to take them, put them in my garden, and keep them. Well, as many as I can fit. So I was riding my bike the other week, just out on a nice bike ride, and the chickens were all out in the road as I was driving past. I was like, oh my fucking God.
Spun the bike round.
Well, I couldn't. Yeah. Well, no. Actually, I was thinking, could have fit a few under my arm and ride back, but you can't do that, can't you? And how silly would that look? Like 3 squashed under my arm. But so I said, I'm not doing that. And I was like, I'm not wasting my bike ride though, because it's going dark. So I was like, I'll do a quick bike ride around Rainford and then come back.
Yeah.
So I did the bike ride, came back to my house, jumped in the car. I've got loads of bird seed mix.
Yeah.
So I had a big bag of it and put it on me front of my seat, which obviously spilt everywhere.
Yeah.
Hence the bird seeds were all over my seat.
Seedage.
And I drove to the where the chickens were. I pulled up, ran out the car, stuffed my pockets full of bird seed.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be carrying a big bag around.
Okay, yeah, fair
and
enough.
then trying to grab. So I had my pockets bursting with seeds, and I run over it and try and grab them, and they all run off. And like, there's a hole in the fence, and every one of them, as I'm running towards, and I'm looking at them,
boom, boom, boom.
all of them just go right into and then into like the
coop.
The coop. And I'm like, oh fucking hell!
Wow, what a waste.
Yeah, me pocket.
You should have thought about this. Why have you gone at it? You've gone at it like
a madman,
like a man. Yeah, like a human who's trying to catch a chicken,
running around chasing
like the fox.
chicken.
You need to be on the other side, whole side.
I need to be in the coop.
No, whole side. Like you need to be chasing them from in front the hole.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
Chase them away
Chasing
from their exit.
That's it.
That's where you get one. And I think the bird seed idea is so stupid anyway. Because
do you reckon?
Yeah.
I was gonna. What would my plan?
Wouldn't have bird seed anyway. It's a chicken.
I don't know. They eat all sorts. They don't really throw them.
No.
My plan was I was gonna like get close to him and just like launch birdseed everywhere and get them all.
That's an awful idea.
And then I was just gonna grab each as much as I can, just throw them in my boot. Drive back when they're all
maybe one day
flying around.
Maybe one day.
Maybe next week you'll see me with one.
Yeah. Maybe you've got one already. Oh fucking hell. That was a while ago. That was a couple of weeks ago. That as well. You forgot to tell me. Right. Shall we talk about the topic?
Yes.
So, let me just do a little bit of a quick background. The topic today is, and this isn't my favourite kind of topic. I feel like history, going back this far, so this is like 1400s.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
No.
Because it all sounds too fake, too made up.
Hearsay.
Too, like, fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, there should be orcs and golems, like, it's Lord of the Rings shit. I can't imagine any of it.
You're expecting a troll to come around the corner.
Yeah. I can't imagine any of it. Well, it's like some of the certain things about this guy that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Like the Order of the Dragon or something. Is that what it's called?
I've got a screenshot on that one.
Yeah. That's like...
But they were real things.
I know, that's what... No, but...
That's like numerous people were involved in that throughout a large period of time. It's not just like a little story come out of nowhere.
I think the amount... I mean, we will get further into my views on the whole thing, but I think at this point in history, I think the historians who do the research and that are so naive. I think those people are just taking the piss.
They're like they're reading it like they're believing what they read on like a monk's script.
Yeah,
that he's wrote.
Yeah.
And they're just taking it word for word and believing that's that.
Yeah.
That's like what you're saying.
Where like storytelling and everything was really was getting big. That was around back then.
That was it. That was the main thing, wasn't
exactly.
it? Chinese whispers.
Like all the
medieval whispers.
When we do like Beowulf and all that, and people aren't sure. Obviously, it's fucking fake. What was
big fucking Grendel monster roaming
exactly.
around.
People
stealing chickens.
Was Beowulf? No, was he fuck? So that's where my view on and we shared some text messages before the podcast, didn't we? About
we exchanged some thoughts.
Yeah, about
some ponderings
where I stand on the whole story of this man's life. So we're going to talk on this week's episode. We're going to look and explore the adventures
of Vlad. Just Vlad.
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the third.
Yeah.
Vlad the third.
Vlad Dracula.
Yeah. Dracula. Do you know why he was called Dracula? Because his dad was the
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Drake. That's who he was.
The Drake.
Yeah. Vlad the Drake. So
maybe we should start with the geography.
It doesn't matter though, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is my issue.
These places don't even exist.
This is my issue with this kind of ancient history. There's just the country, the places that they're talking about in these stories, I'm going to keep calling them, are all like just made up names.
These tales.
They just think places that don't exist. And then, like we said before, so they talk about like Hungary and stuff like that. But the Hungary they're talking about
is the Hungarian Empire.
Yeah, which is not Hungary now.
No, they covered a lot of... So basically the geography of the tales.
Yeah.
No, I still think they were like they had the Hungarian Empire was real.
I will try.
I
am gonna really try and be fair. I'm not gonna be like a proper cynic, but.
So basically, you had the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah. Which
ruled like Turkey and the Middle East.
Yeah.
And that was obviously following the words of Muhammad.
Yeah.
Bit of Islam, bit of jihad to go on the go there.
Muslim.
Rubber Dinghy Rapids and all that.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Western Europe, Christendom and all that shit,
Yeah.
right up to the Hungarian Empire, which Carl has said it covered like, where did it cover? I can't really see on the globe.
I'll get it up.
It covered up to Romania.
Yeah.
So basically, you've got a line going through from Romania to Turkey, and that's like the line between Western Europe and the Islamic Ottoman Empire.
So it's not Austria-Hungary. That,
I think it was all that, wasn't it?
yeah, that's the. So it's like it's Austria, Czech Republic, Slovakia,
Yeah,
bit
all
of
that.
Poland, bit of Ukraine, like half of Romania, Bosnia, obviously Hungary.
But in the south though were Greece and all that. That was Ottoman rule.
Yeah, yeah. So there's like even it didn't touch Bulgaria and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that was all.
Yeah, so that was so the geography is like the split, the coming together of it all was on the line in Romania.
Yeah. So the Ottoman Empire is a lot of like Turkey and that, and so what were the other places I was talking about that weren't?
Greece,
Yeah,
Middle East,
Greece. Well, like Serbia and the other half of Romania, and then a lot in like North Africa. Stuff like that.
yeah, and they even got to Spain at some point.
Yeah.
Spain was fucking Islamic rule.
And we'll know like they eventually get a lot of the Hungarian Empire, but we won't touch on that.
I've got some notes here at the end on the aftermath. So that's basically the geography, and then you've got Vlad and his story and his people in Wallachia, which is like basically a province of Romania near and Transylvania as well,
Transylvania,
which is on the border of Romania and Hungary, of whatever Hungary was then. So right in the centre.
And this is for listeners. This gets so confusing.
Yeah,
because of like everything's changing all the time.
Yeah.
So as we go through this, like the 40 years of time that we'll talk about, all these borders and all this land and
it's just back and forth.
Yeah, it's just changing constantly. All the people in it are sometimes they're allies, sometimes they're enemies. It's just changing constantly. So it'll get so confusing.
I think that's what adds to it as well, isn't it? That's just like, what the fuck?
Which adds to my
confusion.
Yeah, my confusion.
But yeah, so you got Wallachia, which is Vlad's main land, which is right in the centre point, the coming together of the Ottoman Empire and Western Europe. He's right there, fucking in the middle of it all. And as we said, it starts off with his dad, Vlad II, who was part of the... What did you... Oh, I've got a screenshot,
Go for it.
Order of the Dragon or something.
Yeah, Order of the Dragon. So this is all very much...
An actual cult.
Yeah, and it's all very much the fight against...
Islam.
Yeah, and we spoke about this when we did... when we were doing about Vikings and the change of like when that Viking age and the changes that came towards the end of it, how this war of religion was starting to take over Europe, basically.
And that's what it is here.
Yeah.
This story is this sums it up.
This is the war of religion, because it was just like, well, no one had anything. They were fighting over land, weren't they? But
I think it was more religion based.
Yeah.
Religion was like what dictated the land, wasn't it?
They were getting like maybe a bit self-evaluating it a little bit and going, why are we just fighting over land? There's so much more to life.
Yeah, what's going on?
What else is different about these people?
Well, the Order of the Dragon literally translates to Society of the Dragonists. Don't know why it says that on Wiki, but I think we know what Order of means.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a monarchical. Don't know. Chivalric.
What language is this?
English.
Fucking English.
Hieroglyphs. I've got the Rosetta Stone out here. A chivalric. Oh, I can't even fucking say that word. It was an order selected for higher aristocracy and monarchs, founded by Sigmundson of Luxembourg, and then it was mainly Hungary and Croatia and all that.
Yeah.
And it was fashioned after the military orders of the Crusades, requiring its initiates to defend the cross and fight the enemies of Christianity.
Yeah.
In particular, the Ottoman Empire. So it was basically the Crusades, wasn't it?
I just saw then as well. It eventually became the Holy Roman Empire.
Well, there we go. So that was
Your face then. Oh, well, I mean,
that says it all.
of course.
So that's what his father was in, Vlad II, and he took the surname Dracula,
Yeah.
which translates to dragon. But in modern day Romania, it translates to Satan or the devil. I don't know if that's like come about from
Probably. I think a
From
lot
this?
of stuff came from
how bad it
yeah.
he's supposed to have been.
But see, the thing I don't get is like, what would you call him? What was his? So Vlad II, was he a king? Was he royalty? Was he?
I think he was illegitimate
Yeah.
son to one of the kings of that province, and he was brought up in like fucking France or Germany or somewhere.
Is that Vlad II?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like held in court by somebody else.
Mm.
And then when he got to enough age, he got to the age that he could claim the throne. They sent him over, and he took power somehow.
Wow. It was all very weird back then. Strange people seem to just
Everybody's
get into power.
Yeah, everybody's just taking power, aren't they?
It's
Left,
just
right,
like-
and centre.
Whoever's like that more charismatic person, you think about it. Like, look at Napoleon. He was fucking nothing, was he? And then eventually he's the fucking
The best-
emperor of...
The maddest in that is when he gets captured
Yeah.
on that island, and he rocks back up.
Yeah.
He just
walks
rocks
straight through.
walks to Paris.
Gets all the soldiers to see it, are like confronting him, and then realise it's Napoleon, and he walks back to Paris with an army.
What the fuck?
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. When listeners, when you hear this whole story, and I do hope that you really do enjoy all of our podcasts and the topics that we choose, but you're going to realise...
This is a bit. He's a bit of a fraud.
Yeah.
isn't
What
he?
did I say? I said... no, I won't spoil it because...
Yeah, we'll say our opinions.
I want to
again.
let the listeners come up with their own opinions. Of
Yeah.
this,
Okay. Yeah.
if you can't already tell what ours are.
So Vlad the Impaler, he was born at 1431 in Wallachia.
Sorry, Steve's burping
I can't stop
so
burping.
much because he's drinking an 8.2% cider.
I'm only drinking it because I haven't had anything to drink all day, and there's no other drinks
Yeah,
here.
apart from John Smith.
I probably should have had that, shouldn't I?
The John Smith.
That will make you burp, though, wouldn't it?
creamy one.
Nice and smooth.
Oh, maybe.
And I'm going to be bladdered after this.
Yeah.
So he was born 1431, they think, in Wallachia, which is, as we said, like a province of Romania back then. It was basically Romania, but not Romania, with all the weird borders and all that.
Yeah.
And in 1436, when Vlad the Impaler was 5, Vlad II got the throne of Wallachia. And then, so basically, at this time, there's like the impending doom of the Ottomans constantly pushing forward and trying to take over that bit.
Yeah.
And then there's the other side, the Christendom pushing back. And Vlad the Impaler's father is caught in the middle in Wallachia, like sometimes fighting for them, sometimes fighting for the others. He's trying to remain neutral, I think. That's what I gathered from it. But he joined the Ottoman Empire in a partnership, because there was like problems with Hungary. It seems like everybody had a problem with somebody
Yeah.
at some time as well throughout the whole of this.
Exactly. It's just sort of...
And in 1442, the Ottoman Empire, the Sultan, can't remember his name. There was Mehmed II, but I don't know if he was later down the storyline, or is he the Sultan now?
I'm not sure.
One of the Sultan at the time in 1442 asked Vlad II, Mr. Impaler's father, to come to the Ottoman court, which was, I think it was somewhere in Turkey, to like pay his respects and talk over stuff. And while he was there, he was captured, and his son Vlad the Impaler was captured, who he brought along, and who was the other brother?
His brother,
Radu the Handsome.
Yeah. There was a couple. He had a couple of brothers, didn't he?
Yeah, he had
Was Radu the Handsome the illegitimate one?
No,
Because there was
there was quite a few. There was
Marcia as well.
Yeah, he gets killed later on.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, so Vlad's father goes down to the Ottoman Sultan. He gets captured. He gets his son Vlad the Impaler and Radu the Handsome, which is what the fuck is that? That's his actual title in history.
It changes as well, doesn't it? His title changes. He's not always known as Radu the Handsome.
What has it changed to?
Radu the slightly less handsome.
Radu the horrific.
Yeah.
So both his two sons were captured. But basically, it was quite common in them days that they captured sons as part of like a guarantee. So they let Vlad the Impaler's father go back to Wallachia, but we're keeping your two sons as like a guarantee.
As like, don't try anything funny.
Yeah, you're on our side here.
Yeah.
And if you do anything, we're killing your sons.
Yeah.
But the other thing is they keep the sons and they bring them up and like educate them properly and look after them and everything, so that them sons can go and take power, you know, when they're old enough.
Yeah.
And then the sons will be obviously on their side, the Ottoman side. So it's like, what's that? Political tactics.
It is, yeah. It's quite genius.
And that was very common throughout the whole of medieval. Everywhere that was like people were living with people, you know, like as like kind of guarantors.
Yeah, prisoners of war.
Prisoners of war, but you kind of like not at the same time. You like
they live like normal lives.
Yeah. You get. Well, I think they live like quite. They got treated
looked after.
Yeah. Got all the education and everything.
I saw that. Yeah, they were he was
educated.
Well educated,
languages, logic. Kept on going up with like they learned logic. It's like what? Back then they just had no logic.
Yeah. Why'd you learn logic?
I don't know.
Do like those fucking logic games on your phone.
Playing Sudoku.
Yeah.
What's that one? We have to like. You have to move stuff to get like one thing to the other side.
Yeah, like a block, like the block.
Yeah, and there's like a ball or something.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Load of Tetris.
Yeah.
Playing a load of Tetris.
Playing chess. That's what they were playing, chess.
Load of chess in the.
Is that logic?
Then that's very logic. Yeah.
Yeah. Strategy.
Extreme logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had the two. So basically, Vlad the Impaler grew up in the Ottoman Empire's fucking what is it? Not the monarchy. The main people ruling, the sultans and all that, you know, family in the court. He grew up with all them, learning battle tactics, learned all languages, maths and everything. But Vlad the Impaler, he hated it. Like, he absolutely hated it. But from what I've gathered, what people have said is where he, don't know if it's true, Cal would question, but he said Vlad the Impaler was... he took all the education and everything, took as much as he could, but at the same time he hated the Ottomans, and he only took it all to better himself. So later down the line, he's as powerful as them when it comes for him to get to fight him.
I believe that, because I can see him as like a little emo kid.
A little emo kid.
That's what he reminds me of. All this like a little moody emo.
He's like
teenager.
Smoking under the stairs.
Yeah,
under the mosque.
That's all I can imagine him like. You not get that like.
Yeah, in a way. He's got a lot of revenge in him.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
No. And basically,
I get that like you would educate yourself, and it is a very smart thing.
Yeah, he basically made use of his weird situation.
Get all this education from these like incredibly wealthy people, and
he was like half his captors, half not. Yeah, type situation.
And then someone take all that back towards like your father and your homeland, and
and then
come back and get revenge.
Yeah, cause shit.
For what? I'm not sure, like, but...
But Radu the Handsome, on the other hand, converted to Islam and just basically devoted himself to the sultans.
What a fucking man.
Yeah, he's like, right, Allah's the one for me.
Yeah.
Give me the Quran. And he even became like a really high up, like one of the sultan's bodyguards.
Did he, yeah?
Go to the mosque all the time. Got them turbans on.
Yeah. It's so cool, like that.
Being a Muslim.
I feel like the Ottoman Empire is pretty cool though.
Yeah,
when you see the pictures of it and stuff.
Well, you know, I think I remember I said on one of the episodes where you got the Dark Ages, which is the medieval times. It was only the Dark Ages in Europe, whereas because Christianity suppressed learning, suppressed maths, and it was all like there was no science, nobody was studying, it was all just following fucking the fucking tales of the Bible. It was like you're not allowed to study maths, you're not allowed to, so it was literally the Dark Ages. Everybody's like fucking
so stupid.
Whereas the Ottoman Empire under Islam was all about science and maths and logic. You know, you said it's all Complete opposite.
Moving forward. That's what you
Forward
want.
thinking.
Ahead of the times.
Lovely jihad.
Yeah.
Power of jihad. So basically his two brothers were brought up like that. And that was... So he got captured in 1442. And then in 1447, Vlad II, his father, who's back in Wallachia at the time, he remained neutral up until then, where he somehow... he favoured... So he even though his sons were at the Ottoman Empire in the court, he was still neutral. He wasn't like being too much.
Yeah.
Because he had Hungary right next to him.
So he had to remain neutral, really,
Yeah.
when you think about it, yeah.
And then in 1447, I think there was a battle or something, and he favoured the Ottomans in a certain battle on the border.
Yeah.
And then in the Hungary, the guy John Hunyadi, which is a cool name, Hunyadi, he basically was like, oh, fuck this. Vlad II's basically...
Traitor.
Yeah, traitor. He's a problem. He's on the border. He's causing problems now. So he invaded. Actually, he didn't. He got the people in Wallachia to rise up and invade and take over from Vlad II. So it wasn't John Hunyadi did the invading. He persuaded and riled up the people in the country to take power against Vlad II.
Revolt.
A revolt, yeah, a coup.
Yeah.
And so there was a load of battles there, and Vlad II and his son Mircea.
Yeah.
Is that what it?
I think so. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mircea. They went on the run, and eventually was captured and killed. And Mircea, who's Vlad the Impaler's brother, Mircea, he was he had his eyes burnt out. That was on the records.
Oof.
That while he was alive, had his eyes burnt out and then buried alive.
Fair enough.
That was how he went. And then Vlad II.
Brutal.
Yeah, nice and brutal, isn't it? Imagine, you have to hold him down, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then, how do you burn? What are you burning?
How'd you burn someone's eyes out?
Just a flame on the end of a stick.
What, like a match?
Yeah.
Well, the flame moves up, doesn't it? If it was on the end of a stick,
Burn your fingers if you get
climbing
too
up.
close.
Yeah, and you're just going to be poking him in the eye with a burnt stick.
You want him facing down.
Yeah.
You want him bent over.
Unless you're going to drip some hot wax or something into his eyes.
And just
were they messing around with that kind of thing back then?
I presume so.
Like Lord of the Rings, pouring. No, they were doing that, weren't they?
I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put it past him.
Pouring hot tar and stuff.
Over
the edges. I bet that's what they did.
Cook the eyeball.
Yeah.
It's like a boiled egg type thing.
Yeah, soft boiled egg.
And it just falls out.
It's done right on a plate.
And Vlad II, they say he was most likely beheaded or burned to the stake. Nice burning at the stake.
Brutal. This is when you look when
no
we
remorse
were
there.
talking about Vikings and stuff. It's not. No one just gets killed, especially not someone of power.
No.
Someone with
you're getting
a bit of clout.
Yeah, you're getting absolutely done in.
You're getting absolutely brutally murdered.
No mercy. So this is all while Vlad the Impaler and Radu the Handsome were still in the Ottoman court. And next in line, so they were in the Ottoman court, so they couldn't really, I think they were still young as well, and they were far away. They couldn't really take power. The next person in line was Vlad the Impaler's older brother, but he became a monk beforehand, so he couldn't take power. And I think he was the illegitimate one.
Yeah.
I think
it was. So yeah, it is him.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he couldn't take power because he was like a monk or so. He had something to do with the church. He couldn't. I don't know what the rules are. The legislations of becoming a king.
He was a wrong'un.
He was a wrong'un. Bit nonce.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely the monk.
So there was nobody to take power. This John Hunyadi, who caused the revolt, the uprising from Hungary, the uprising in Wallachia, he got Vlad's cousin, Vladislav II.
Yeah.
What a name that is, Vladislav.
I know. So you got Vlad II, Vlad III, and Vladislav II.
Vladislav. So yeah, that's all in one family.
Yeah,
isn't
very
it?
creative.
Yeah, what's like the people shouting Vlad and everybody's turning around like a family party.
100 people.
So Vladislav II became power then.
Yeah.
And that was basically the first page of my notes.
The
next bit.
So what are we thinking there? So let's have a quick recap of what's happened already.
Yeah.
So Vlad and his brother, the Handsome.
Radu the Handsome.
Radu the Handsome. I've had this upbringing in
a very good upbringing.
Ottoman upbringing. Yeah, very educated, more educated than they ever would have been back home.
Yeah.
Vlad still hates them a little bit for capturing and ripping him away from his father. And
I think he was a Westerner by heart.
Yeah, and Radu, he loves it a little bit too much. Stockholm syndrome, sides with his captor.
He loves the Quran.
And while all this is going on, so they're still in Ottoman.
Yeah, I think they're teenagers.
Holding.
Yeah, Ottoman holding.
And while that happens, they can't, because of what his father's been forced to do and side with the Ottomans, it's eventually been his demise.
Yeah.
And the demise of his son.
They've been chased across the country.
Yeah.
And killed.
And in the desperate scramble for someone to get into power, Vladislav.
The second. Not the first.
Yeah, not the first. No.
The second Vladislav.
His son, is now in charge.
Has took power. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're going into, this is where Vlad the Impaler comes into the picture now, big time.
Yeah.
But not really big time, as you'll see.
No, not that impressive.
I think you should be getting a bit of a picture of mine and Cal's
definitely
viewpoint on this.
Whereas I was before any of the research that I did, I was very excited to learn a little bit about it.
I was, yeah.
Because the name and the culture around it and everything.
Yeah. The iconicness of it.
Yeah, it should be very exciting. But
I thought it was a big fire in the distance, burning.
But no, it was floodlights.
Carmel College floodlights. So in 1448. I think that's is it a year or two after Vladislav II is in power. John Hunyadi and Vladislav II launched an attack on the Ottoman Empire in the southwest, which is Serbia.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was the Ottoman Empire. It was some battles going on.
Yeah.
And they send all the troops there.
I think Serbia is part of the Ottoman Empire.
Back then, yeah. There's like a lot of Muslims there now, isn't there?
Yeah.
Serbia. Who's the Dzeko?
Edin Dzeko.
Is he Serbian?
He's Bosnian.
He's Bosnian, isn't he? Yeah.
Bosnia was part of the Serbia's like
it was all
Mitrovic and
Mitrovic, yeah. Is he a Muslim?
I feel like I could see Mitrovic giving it the
yeah. What's it called?
Palms to the sky.
Upwards facing palm thing.
Yeah, I think that's the term.
Yeah.
That's the correct term.
What was it called? The all that area until like 20 years ago.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck me. Partisan and all that, weren't it?
Partisan's capital of is that
Red Star Belgrade and all that.
What is that area called?
Fuck. Oh god. Yugoslavia, that's it.
God.
Hey, we could do an episode on the war of that.
Yeah.
That was brutal. I used to know someone who was in that war.
No way.
And got stories. I don't know him anymore, but he had some like.
You remember the stories?
I remember the stories. Yeah.
Okay.
Like horrific stories. What he said.
Jeez.
He had like bad PTSD as well.
Did he? Yeah.
From home.
Have he?
He said lots of children, dead children, and all that. He seen.
Nice.
Anyway. So Hunyadi from Hungary.
Yeah.
Vladislav II.
I'm really impressed that you're getting these names nailed.
Am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Western.
Yeah.
They say when you drink, don't you? You can speak better.
Do they?
They say you can.
I slur.
Well, I think there's that as well. Yeah. I mean, like they say you can, like speak a different language better, can't you? You know?
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Have you ever heard that? After a few drinks, you become more fluent in
French. I haven't.
Well, we'll see now. We'll see in a minute.
Yeah. And you start speaking perfect Hungarian.
Ottoman.
Yeah, that's one of the most difficult languages to learn, by the way.
Hungarian.
Yeah, because none of it makes sense.
Oh, it doesn't follow like the rules.
No.
Of what we know. I see what you mean. Yeah, like French and Spanish. You can basically translate a bit of that without even knowing, can't you?
Yeah. German's a bit weird, but all French, Italian, that like Latin languages, aren't they?
Yeah, the Romantic languages.
Yeah. Right.
So they went on some attacks and war in Serbia, and in this time, because there was an absence in Wallachia of troops and all that, the Ottomans basically said like, "Here you go, Vlad. Here's an army.
Yeah.
Go and ride in." So we rode in, and literally walked into Wallachia and regained
He just took over.
Took over the throne. Literally walked in. You know when they say like,
Yeah.
he just what's the saying?
He just
strolled in.
Yeah.
Swanned in.
Swanned in. He swanned in at this time.
Have you seen the Peter Kay joke where
he's waltzing in? Not Marvin off. Oh.
Yeah, so Vlad the Impaler did that and basically took over Wallachia. So that's not even an epic thing, isn't it?
No.
That's a bit
that's
boring,
like,
that,
so
isn't
Wallachia is just a province of Romania.
I think it was Romania back then.
Oh, was it?
But with the borders are all skew-whiffed.
Yeah.
So nowadays it would have been like half of Romania or something.
Okay.
Yeah, with like modern.
But it
borders.
was like it was a nation.
Yeah.
So he's walked in. He was technically the heir to the throne.
Yeah.
So he had every right to walk in and just take power.
And he did.
Yeah.
Nothing epic. Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Just a little goth.
A limo
with his fringe. Strolling up. He's got
Cannon Monster.
Got a bit of My Chemical Romance on his AirPods.
You Me at 6.
Skull Candy headphones.
That's it. Yeah.
And he just strolls up, takes a slouched seat on his throne.
I can definitely picture that.
Yeah, but he's got a full Muslim Ottoman arm, well, a decent size.
A decent size, yeah. And he didn't have to use it, though.
Yeah.
Didn't even need that. Could have just gone on his own.
Cool. But they're like following him and stuff.
Yeah, they walked in with him. And while this happened, the Ottomans beat Hunyadi and Vladislav II in Serbia in one of the battles. So it took over a 4-month period, this Serbian campaign. Vladislav II came back to Wallachia over a 4-month period of fighting the Ottomans and losing. By this time, the Ottomans have left Vlad the Impaler and gone back. You know, his army that he brought with him. So he's trying to he's getting used to Wallachia, you know, getting his own army and stuff.
Trying to rally the troops.
That's it. But there wasn't any because they're with Vladislav II.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Vladislav
it's just farmers and...
Yeah. Basically, Vladislav II comes back and says, fuck off. And he goes. Yeah. And it wasn't even like a battle or anything.
This is what I mean. A first stage of him being a bitch.
We've got no epicness there.
No.
He's walked in and then walked out when he's told to leave.
Yeah.
And he was in power for 4 months.
So, this is the word I used when it's so embarrassing.
Do you reckon? Yeah?
Yeah.
Asked to leave.
Yeah.
He was asked to leave by his father's killers.
Yeah.
And he just waltzed back out.
I know. And his father's cousin.
Yeah, well, his father's cousin, that's it, yeah. So he fled, he went into exile. He moved into Moldova, which is... I don't think it'll show it on this...
is it now Moldova?
Yeah. Basically next to Romania.
Yeah, which is ridiculous that
what
it was called Moldova and now it's Moldova.
What's that? They've lost the I.
Yeah, literally.
They haven't even lost the last letter. Usually you take the last letter off, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They've took the letter before.
I just don't understand it. I thought...
Is that why you think it's fake?
Yeah.
Somebody's making them names.
Because it's like someone writing a story and going... Right, so I need another name, please. What's that country over there called? Moldova. Well, we'll just use Moldova. See if anyone notices. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it is a bit weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like language and accents and stuff, though.
So spoken word, isn't it? Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
So he fled to Moldova, whatever, and under Bogdan II.
Yeah.
Who every time I hear Bogdan, I just think of the keeper, Bogdan.
Adam Bogdan.
Where is he now?
I don't know, but he is from Hungary.
Is he?
Yeah.
He was terrible then, wasn't he?
He was.
Was he ginger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long ginger hair, yeah. He was at Bolton and Liverpool.
He was bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Those look like, those kind of like, I get the vibe with, like, second choice goalkeepers is that they always look like they can't speak, like they don't speak. They always look like quiet people.
Like deaf and mute.
Like, you know Kevin Kelleher, who's Liverpool's. Could you imagine him speaking?
Yeah. No, I definitely picture that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't picture that.
Yeah, exactly. They always strike me as, because they play such an insignificant role.
They're very subservient.
They're just like,
is that
they don't never play. You only ever see them sat on the bench.
Yeah, not doing anything.
Yeah. They don't do interviews, ever.
They're throwing the ball to the keeper in the warm-up as well, aren't they?
Yeah. They don't even do any goalkeeping in the warm-up because they're kicking the ball. They're shooting.
Yeah. They're warming up shooting.
Yeah.
Send him on for a penalty. So Vlad had to flee, and he was under Bogdan II. And this was all late 1440s. In 1451, Bogdan was murdered. The usual in medieval times.
As it happens, yeah.
Getting killed all over the place. I think he was killed by a relative of Bogdan's, which is the usual.
Yeah.
Even more.
I know. Families killing families.
So Vlad was like, "Oh fuck this! What? I'm in exile here. I'm fled. I'm safe under Bogdan. Now he's been killed off by somebody else. What the fuck am I supposed to do?" So he fled again. Fleeing, as you said, the bitch he is, fleeing with Stephen the Great. Yeah. Which, I'll say this now, which is so funny. Stephen the Great is like revered as the Great. And I haven't looked into it, but I think he has got more of a better story than Vlad the Impaler. We could have done an episode on it. I think he's got like consistent, what the fuck moments where he's like turned up and fucked shit up.
See, that's what you want, that.
And he's just like even though he's got the Great after his name, I've never heard of him before.
No.
Where is he?
It is strange. I wonder what the story of Stephen the Great is.
But what I gathered, it was
an actual story.
Yeah, he was the Great.
Yeah, cool. So why is he hanging around with?
He was Stephen the Great was Bogdan's son.
Ah, okay.
And he didn't get killed off. So him and Vlad the Impaler. I know I keep saying the Impaler. He wasn't the Impaler.
He wasn't known as the Impaler, was he? No.
I'm just trying to distinguish.
And he shouldn't be known as the Impaler, I will say.
No chance. Yeah. Vlad, what do you think he should be called? Vlad the Naughty.
I just think
Vlad the Cheeky.
So, we'll get to it in a minute, because I just think, like, Impaler implies that he did a lot of it. That's what he was famed for.
He was gay.
No. That he was like, yeah, Vlad, he's the Impaler.
Yeah.
But he actually just impaled maybe a couple of times.
A few impalements.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of people out there that'd argue they deserve the Impaler title. A bit more than
him.
Yeah.
No, yeah, maybe. But anyway, so Stephen the Great and Vlad the Impaler, who's done nothing at the moment. Is where
all he's done is run away.
Yeah, fled.
Yeah.
He's exiled himself wherever he's gone.
Yeah.
He fled to Transylvania, which was half.
Was he born in Transylvania?
I think so. Yeah. Now that Transylvania was a province, it wasn't like an actual bit. It was half of Wallachia and half of it was in Hungary.
Yeah.
Hungary. That's where he fled, and he became neutral with John Hunyadi.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
So as you said,
the man who killed his dad.
Yeah. As you said before, there's a lot of people who are just flitting between friends, enemies one day, friends the next. He becomes neutral, but I think what it was John Hunyadi realised Vlad the Impaler, for some reason, we haven't got to the bottom of it, he's got this hatred for the Ottomans.
Yeah.
And John Hunyadi's like, I could use him. I could use his hatred. And he's like, how much he's against the Ottomans. If I get him on my side, he'd be a good asset to me. I think that's why he's like, John Hunyadi made sure it was like neutral and like, let him come in, let him flee to Transylvania and stay there and stuff. Which is a bit weird though, isn't it?
Yeah. Were they sexually assaulted by the Ottomans? I think they were.
I think everybody.
Yeah.
At that time was sexually assaulted.
I think that was a big thing. I think that happened. I'm just going to drop that in there.
I think any religion.
Yeah. But I feel like that was a big thing, or maybe.
Wait, wasn't Radu the Handsome?
Radu the Handsome was.
That's it, yeah. Didn't he have a relationship with one of the the sultans or something?
And I don't know whether it never came out that Vlad was, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe that's where his
hatred came from.
Yeah, because we haven't really got why would he be.
No, or maybe he didn't get sexually assaulted, and he's really bitter that they didn't choose him.
They chose the handsome one.
Yeah, and that's why he hates them. We've cracked the code again.
So
come to the Brethren of Chaos podcast for all your code cracking needs.
Boxed off. History ticked off.
Yeah,
got to the bottom of it easy.
Yeah.
So now this time, Vlad the Impaler, he's in Transylvania under John Hunyadi.
Yeah.
Supposed to be his enemy, but
he's best mates.
His best mates now, fucking partying together.
Yeah, killed his dad.
Killed his dad. Now they're fucking drinking together, drinking some westerns together.
Yeah.
So at this time, around this time now, Vladislav II, who was in charge of Wallachia, became an Ottoman on the Ottoman side.
Oh, did he?
So there we go again. The next person just fucking switches over to the other side
I know.
like nothing.
Just at war with them.
Yeah, literally a few years ago,
Yeah.
you were fucking having a massive crusade in Serbia,
Yeah.
and now you're like, oh, I'm with yous now.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
What is actually going on there?
I don't get any of it. There's no
consistency in anybody's what is it? Whichever side allegiances. Yeah. Very fickle.
They are very fickle. Sluts.
They're all fucking sluts. So he became an Ottoman sympathiser, and Hunyadi was getting frustrated. So that was early 1450s. In 1456, it eventually got to a boiling point. Hunyadi gave Vlad an army and sent him into Wallachia to fight Vladislav II and take over Wallachia. Now, this is a cool bit, I'd admit. Did you ever come across this bit where he went? So basically, they tracked Vladislav's army down.
Yeah.
And met on the battlefield. And as they're all like, you can imagine it, like the beating of the drums and everybody fucking pumped up to war and everything. Coming up to the battlefield, it's probably like early morning, do you reckon? Fog still on the field. And Vlad the Impaler says, stop. I want to fight Vladislav in hand-to-hand combat to the death.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason, everybody said, go on.
Yeah.
We'll
okay. Obviously.
Oh, yeah, go on. And I presume that would be a cool thing to see. If somebody's requesting that, you're going to be like, wow.
If that happened.
Here we go. So, I think it did.
Why?
Well, because people...
Photographic evidence.
Because people said so. People written about it.
That's what I mean, though. So this is what happens the whole time. He's spreading all these stories about himself.
Do you think?
Did he kill him? So
basically, they stopped the battle before they met. And Vladislav and Vlad the Impaler met in between on the field.
Alone in the battlefield.
Alone. Dropped the weapons and had a UFC 5 rounds fight. Do you reckon it was like MMA? Or
hot, sweaty, unprotected sex.
Rolling around in the mud. Wonder how they fought back then. Like hand to hand. Because you don't have like now.
Wrestling.
And
then just absolute like pummeling like face into the ground.
It'd be like Khabib, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like very primal fighting. You're not
if it happened,
yeah. You're not going to be like Mayweather.
Yeah, because I don't believe that happened.
Do you reckon?
That never, ever happens.
But would it not be cool to think that it happened?
Yeah, no, it is really cool. It's really, really cool.
No, it is. It sounds like something out of... you ever played Dynasty Warriors, the PlayStation game?
No, I haven't.
Where it's like, literally, you're like 100 people on a battlefield and you're like fighting each other. Yeah. And you can have... if you find like the enemy, the leader of the army, you can challenge them to like a one-on-one duel, and it's like very over. You know how PS2 games are.
Yeah, very over the top.
Power metal is just blasting all the way through the game. It's like that, isn't it?
And I just can't think with the barbarian nature of European warfare back in the 1400s.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that these hundreds of soldiers, thousands maybe, all just stood there and watched
in the cold, watching as these are like,
yeah, all you can hear is just
mud.
rolling around. Yeah, it's just I just can't.
No, I know what you mean. It's a bit absurd, isn't it?
It's so ego. This is the thing with these people that we look at from history is the ego of like
Conor McGregor level ego,
screaming, "Stop! I will fight him alone."
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
Well, from he managed to live on.
Yeah, so Vlad survives.
So he somehow
kills his uncle or his cousin.
Kills his
dad's cousin.
Yeah. Hand-to-hand combat, don't know.
Maybe.
But Vladislav II dies. Vlad the Impaler lives. We know that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, true.
Bottom line of that, which led him to become the ruler of Wallachia.
Yeah.
So this is now his proper rule.
So is that the thing? If you kill the leader,
You just to give you it, yeah.
Yeah, the land.
It's a bit odd that, like, everybody else could just still keep fighting, couldn't they?
Yeah.
But they just probably
Retreat.
bye. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll just go to the pub together.
Well done. I know. So wait. So they have this hand-to-hand combat.
Well, are you going to break down now?
So they're having this hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
And Vlad the Impaler kills Vladislav.
In front of everybody.
In front of everyone. And all the other guys just turn around and walk off. No.
What do you think happens?
They have a fucking battle.
They keep going.
Obviously.
What for though? What are they fighting for though?
Pride. There is no way that there are thousands of soldiers have just trekked through the fucking...
Yeah, they've left the wives and the children and everything.
All been pumped up for fucking days.
The adrenaline is
walking through
10 EpiPens.
Yeah, and there's no way that they watch their fucking leader get his head fucking stomped in and then don't fucking rush in.
They just go by.
Yeah, just go out.
Where's the nearest pub?
Yeah. Do you want a pint? Should we go for a pint?
Is there any showers around here?
Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah, okay. Now you put it like that, yeah, I can...
Yeah.
Does make a bit of sense, that, yeah.
Debunked.
False news. So, now...
But anyway, yeah, so...
Vlad the Impaler's ruling.
Yeah.
He helps Stephen the Great gain power in Moldova.
Cool.
Moldova, whatever. Because he provided him troops. This is now... He rounds up all... They're called the boyars, who were the noblemen of the time. He rounds up the ones who rose up and killed his father previously.
Yeah.
Because obviously it was like an inside revolution thing. He rounds up all the people who were part of that.
Kills somebody, yeah.
Well, basically, this is what he did, which I think is pretty cool, but Cal might debunk it. He came across like dead, like he's going to sort out the country and he's for the people.
Yeah.
He rounded up all these people and invited them to a massive feast at his big castle.
Yeah.
And the castle had this big hall where it was supposedly the best place for a big feast and everything.
Yeah.
And all these families, women, children, go there who he knew they were part of the revolution beforehand.
Involved in the...
But these going, oh, it's nice feast. They go there, they have a great time, drinks, music, Henry Weston's flowing. And then immediately afterwards, he gets his troops, circles them all, women, kids, and everybody, and immediately there and then impales them all.
Yeah.
After the feast in front of...
So an impalement is a stick up the arse.
So, yeah.
Like flying a flag, human flag.
Yeah, human
Yeah.
Yeah, human flag. So, and it was a very, very, very common practice at this time.
But there is plenty of people who will say that the Vlad the Impaler thing was very exaggerated, though.
I think everybody could have been the Impaler.
Yeah.
Everybody.
They're seeing people being impaled and going, fucking hell, that must be Vlad.
Yeah, that's Vlad. It's always him.
Yeah.
So he impaled them all. It's basically, you'd get this big long stick, sharpened stick, and shove it up their arse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think they're held down flat or they're dropped onto the stick?
He can't. How do they get dropped onto the stick?
I don't know. Lowered.
I don't know.
From like a...
crane.
Yeah. An impalement crane.
Yeah, a hoist.
And like the stick would go through the body.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd come out through the mouth.
Which is perfect impalement.
That's executed perfectly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd come out through the chest or the back, depending on which way the head flopped.
Fair enough.
But he did it to kids and all the women.
Game, yeah. Human kebabs.
That's it, yeah. And literally human kebabs. Turkish kebabs.
Yeah.
And he said he carried on eating while they did it all. He still had a big feast to eat, and he had his table set out with all his food and just kept jumping down with all these children screaming, getting fucking impaled in front of him.
Fair enough.
So that's one of the mad things. I think that's where he's got his name, the Impaler.
Yeah.
Because he he wiped out like all the noblemen of the
Yeah.
country in one feast, in a big impalement
See,
session.
that's where I could see that, like, because that is his revenge. Like the fury inside that his father and his brother were killed.
Yeah, that's a big revenge move.
So maybe I could see that one. There's two impalements.
Is that the first one? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're taking
I'm
that.
taking that one, yeah.
Okay.
Because I like the revenge as the fuel.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's got a good, very very good,
Yeah.
good reason, isn't it? There.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Believable.
So he another thing he did. So he started doing up all these like changing the way the country was run and everything. He gathered all females who had sex outside of marriage and impaled all them.
Fair enough.
That was one of his things. He didn't like them going around doing the dodgy business outside of marriage.
This is the Christian thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mm.
straight up.
Or the Muslim thing. Oh, it's Muslim, that, isn't it? Honour killings and that.
See, but you oh no you can have. I was gonna say you have multiple wives, don't you? That's different.
Yeah. This is wives is all right. Doesn't matter about wives. You can have as many as long as the wives.
As long as the wives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the things. Another story was he had a problem with a lot of, because at this time there's a lot of wars going on and everything. There's a lot of poor people and beggars, and the cities were quite overrun with tramps and hobos. So the government was trying to like, what are we going to do about all these people? What can we do? Vlad the Impaler was like, right, I've got an idea. Round them up, take them to this big hall, and we're going to feed them.
Yeah.
And give them clothes and food and money, and he supposed to have rounded shitloads of the beggars up from all the cities.
Yeah.
Took them to this place and like fed them. They had this massive party and everything. And as they were full, they had all like new clothes and everything. They were all like sat down, probably relaxing. His guards came in, locked the doors, and they set fire to the building.
Oh my god!
And killed them all off. And I guess that's one way of getting rid of all your beggars.
That seems like a waste of money.
Do you reckon? Yeah, you could pick up the money, wouldn't you, afterwards?
All the new clothes and the food.
Oh, I get you, yeah.
What's the point?
What's the point in that?
You just ran them. You shouldn't have fed them.
Should have just killed them immediately.
Yeah. Didn't have to feed them.
Yeah, it's for his own sadistic pleasures.
Yeah, his own entertainment.
Teasing them.
What a bastard. I could see all that. Like, I guess, like...
That's... I've pictured people doing that in them days, doing stuff like that.
He's just pissing about in his own little country that he...
Now he's got power. He's got proper power now. He's
just getting his brutal nature.
Yeah. He started implementing loads of new ways of torturing as well. So one was skinning people alive.
Nice.
That's
pretty brutal.
How would you do that as well? Would you even start? Just
if I was to skin a person.
You got to start off with the sharp knives, tie them down.
Where would you go? I'd go right with the spine, I think, first incision.
Oh, I like that actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Open them up from the back.
Yeah, and kind of peel it off.
Go down the legs.
Yeah.
Over the shoulders.
Yeah, over the shoulders, down your arms. Pull your head right over the top. That's what I'd go for.
Oh my god. Blood everywhere.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe.
I think you've nailed it there, yeah? How else would you do?
Yeah, I think I'd drain them first, probably.
Of all blood? Oh, you don't want to...
Slit the throat.
Yeah, they are going to die anyway, aren't they? No, you don't want to kill them. You want these people walking around like ghouls, like zombies. No, I don't think they were... I think it was like a torture method, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it wasn't just straight up.
Well, I'm thinking for me.
Efficient. You're thinking efficiently, aren't you?
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Stop pissing around.
Come on, guys. Make sure you're draining them before you skin them.
Another one he implemented that he said he liked was he'd have people tied up or tied to the ground or something and let animals eat them alive, mainly pigs.
Will eat anything.
Yeah, we've been told that, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think on that? I think that's quite an interesting one, that. That's obviously
this is
for
all
pleasure, that.
Yeah, this is... Well, I think it's all his kind of sick entertainment, to be honest.
Entertainment.
Because he's not doing anything with it. It's not like...
You're not gaining... What are you gaining?
This is what I mean about him being this famed leader and everything. What has he done? He's won one battle.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Questionably,
exactly. And
then done a load of torture.
And then, gone to his own country.
Tortured his own people.
And just slaughtered them.
So, yeah, I think Cal's summed it up very nicely there. So there's so now that's his rule there.
Yeah.
That's he's in power. We've got to the point now where he's got a name for himself.
Yeah.
He's got an impalement name. Next bit.
So is that that bit is the bit that gave him the name?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the impalement, doing that sort of shit.
Mm.
Do you think it would have been then, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like that original, the first one, where he's getting the revenge for his father, all the people who killed his father and his brother.
Maybe that's where you do get a name from, and then everything afterwards is just like feeding into that.
Yeah, his ego and stuff.
So the next part, he had conflict with the Saxons.
Mm.
So the Saxons were, they like German and all that. They were like Western Europe, weren't they?
Yeah.
But they relocated to Transylvania like 100 years before or something, as a part of like an economic boost.
Ah.
Which is weird to think in like them times.
Yeah, in the 1400s.
They open like new towns up for these Saxons and everything. Basically, at this point now, 1456, there's a civil war going on in Hungary.
Yeah.
And Hunyadi died. So basically, there was loads of like people trying to fucking, like trying to claim leadership through, and there was all people popping up and fighting. And it was like, you can imagine how it is, the political system, chaos, people stabbing each other in the back, load of Bogdans everywhere. Oh no, Bogdan's relatives.
Yeah.
So basically, that was like the situation in Hungary. Now there was loads of Saxon settlements in Transylvania, which we've said is half of Hungary, half of Wallachia.
Mm.
And basically, the people who were gaining power in Hungary had a lot of sway in the Saxon towns, and they started like going against Wallachia. So basically, Vlad the Impaler steps up, does his ego thing, kills them all. There's one of them where the Saxons stop like. I think they confiscated something from like a Wallachian merchant. It's like a pay dispute, and Vlad went crazy and went in there and got all the children and burnt them all alive in these Saxon towns. And
do you not think though? Like, I know all these stories sound great.
Yeah, sound brutal. Are they brutal enough for you?
You not think? And this is not just my opinion, but on the podcast I was listening to about this before we're recording our podcast.
Yeah.
And the guy was saying, like people weren't educated back then. People couldn't read, but a lot of these stories would be passed around in newsletters and stuff like that, and be passed to town criers who could read, and they just read them out.
And they just read what they've been told.
Yeah,
and they're obviously spreading a message that they want to spread.
I think he was passing it around.
Do you reckon?
I think it sounds really nice, big and hard.
At this point now, this is where it's coming now.
Yeah,
he's like,
to be like, oh, those Saxons are chatting shit about me.
I'm gonna like shit him up.
Yeah, and say that I've burnt all the kids in one of the villages.
It's a good power move.
Because he's an educated guy as well. We're forgetting he's not.
Yeah.
He's not just a brutal like Attila the Hun.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Kind of guy. He's just like a Viking. He's not a barbarian. He's
been brought up.
Yeah.
With logic.
You can't. Yeah,
He's
logic.
been brought up playing Tetris.
Maths.
Yeah, he's gonna know how to play the game, isn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he was fleeing, because he knew the dangers. He knew not to.
Yeah.
He knew how to play the game. Take it easy. Don't put yourself in.
It's like that whole there's a full book written by 12 people about a guy who knew how to play the game.
What book's that called, Cal?
I mean, I'm not willing to disclose my own views, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A guy came along and tricked 12. He only had to trick 12 people that he was a magician.
No, wait. Even one of them killed him, though? He didn't even have to trick 12, didn't he?
Oh, yeah? Fucking 11.
11?
Yeah. He tricked 11 people that he was a magician.
And look at him.
And look where we're still talking about him today.
Still getting mentioned on a podcast about Vlad the Impaler.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I think a lot of these...
They're all hustlers,
from this stage
grinders,
in history, because it's
that
long ago.
Yeah.
And like we talk about, like, no one was recording any of this. Like when we did the Vikings and stuff like that, no one recorded any of it.
No. They're all just fucking
hearsay.
legends.
Just like, ooh.
That happened over there.
Yeah. I swear I remember a town crier one time talking about Vlad the Impaler and, like, Anglo-Saxon children burnt. I swear. I'm going to write it down.
I'm going to take note.
Yeah. Because that's how else would people know? Unless they're finding these letters that have been sent.
Did you ever play Chinese Whispers?
Yeah.
Like, how is it? How many people is it before it gets all distorted? Like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
'Cause it does change, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a good game, that, isn't it? Chinese Whispers.
I want to play that now. The more I'm thinking about it.
Well, we need more than 2 of us.
Yeah. Back and forth between it. Yeah, this whole podcast is Chinese Whispers. So that was one thing that added to his element.
Yeah.
The killing all the Saxon children, which Cal isn't sold upon.
No, the only one I'm sold on right now is the
revenge,
the revenge
the
one,
feast,
yeah. The
nice
original feast. Impaling,
the OG impalement.
Yeah, that's the only
yeah,
one.
No, I think I agree. I'm on the not 100%, 90% on your side there, Cal.
Yeah, thanks.
So the next part is the Ottoman War, which is probably, you could say, the second part of Vlad the Impaler's.
Yeah. So this is this one that is the second impalement, I believe, actually happened.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. This is where he steps up now, and is like he's against the Ottomans. This is where history goes into all the battles and everything.
Again, fueled by revenge.
Like Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, the original plan, everything. This is it. We are the Order of the Dragon. We are against the Muslims.
Yes.
This is what he's being built up to do.
Yeah, it's all come down to this now. These moments.
Yeah. So I believe this. I believe. I believe.
I'm a believer. So, it started off basically 1459 now. His friend, which is Merdley, who was a Hungarian general in, I think it was somewhere in Serbia, basically got caught up in a battle with the Ottomans, and he was sawn in half. That was his execution.
Beautiful.
Sawn in half. What a way! That's
peaceful Muslims
cutting him in half.
Yeah.
I think it was one of them like big saws with like one.
like a big log cutter.
Yeah, a big log cutter. He's just like getting stretched out.
Not like a coping saw.
Going dead fast.
Yeah.
So his mate Vlad the Impaler got wind of that and was like, fucking hell, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm starting my campaign against the Ottomans.
Yeah.
Hunyadi's dead. I think it's Matthias or something. Is that his name? Was the in charge of, eventually ended up in power in Hungary. So he's Vlad the Impaler. So throughout all this now, there's little bits of like back and forth skirmishes on the border of the Ottomans and Wallachia, which isn't worth talking about. But it's like, you've got to imagine there's like,
it's a build up.
Yeah, like bits of And Vlad the Impaler has lost his shit over this. The Ottomans send over some people to Vlad the Impaler's court, to his castle or whatever. I think it's like 3 Muslims, to negotiate and say, come on our side.
Yeah.
Come and work with us. And Vlad the Impaler said, when you enter like the court to speak to us, you have to take your hats off.
Yeah.
And these Ottomans had turbans on, and it was part of religion. They couldn't. They said, we can't. It's part of our religion and everything. So he got them their turbans nailed to the head.
Oh, fair enough.
And then sent him back. Obviously dead, but that's a power move.
It is a bit of a power move, yeah.
Nailing the turban to the head.
Yeah. So that's the first power move.
So yeah,
of the war.
So he's done that. The Ottomans are like, fucking hell, we're stepping up now. We're going against Vlad the Impaler here.
Yeah.
Fucking fighting against him. So basically, let me see my notes here. So the Ottomans again tried to say, right, you're not listening. Come down to Turkey. Vlad the Impaler, come down to the Sultan and speak one-on-one.
Face to face.
And we'll sort out something Vlad found out it was an ambush and realised. So he went down the route that they said. Instead of going, it was through like a valley. I haven't got the name of it. It was a narrow pass somewhere, and he, instead of going through the narrow pass, he got his army on either side of the valley, above it, and waited for the Ottomans, who was going to do the ambush, to ambush an army that isn't in the pass. And they like ambushed the Ottomans and fucked all them up.
Yeah.
And there was like a story saying the messenger went back to the Sultan to say that we got our ambush got ambushed. The Ottoman ruler got so angry that he beat him to death.
Fucking hell.
Breaking the rule of what is it? Don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger.
Naughty. So Vlad the Impaler steps up again, and he starts these massive raids now on the Ottoman areas of the border. So basically, the Danube is the border between Romania or Wallachia and the Ottoman Empire. It runs like, what was it, horizontal across. So he was crossing the Danube going on this raid. So he went on this raid. It lasted 2 weeks, Vlad the Impaler. He had a massive army. He's supposed to have travelled 500 miles in total and killed 22,000 people. This is in 1462 now.
Wow.
And this 2 week full-on raid. They're basically going from city to city on the border. The Ottoman cities. And he said, because he could speak...
Ottoman,
yeah, whatever language they spoke, because he was brought up with it.
Yeah.
He said they disguised themselves and got into the city.
Like they trusted him.
Opened the gates and all the army came in.
Wow.
And he did this for 2 weeks. 22. How many people? How can you picture 22,000 people? It's a stand, isn't it? Football stand.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
For a big club.
Yeah, it's probably
That's it. He just fucking raided town, city, 2 weeks, killing all these people. And at this point, this was like where warfare was. It started using cannons as well. So cannon warfare was in, and like
22,000 people. That's so many people.
Just win an absolute mega raid.
Do you know, like when you think about like in 1400, what like the population of the world would be?
Yeah. It's not gonna be that much, isn't it?
How much is it? Hang on. While you talk about your cannons.
Yeah, so they had the cannons were like revolutionised now at this point. The cannons date back ages ago, if you try to remember, like, to like China with the gunpowder and all that. Yeah. But the cannons as we know it, where it's like firing projectiles properly like that, was coming about now in the 1300s, 1400s.
390 million.
He's wiping out 20. He must have wiped out a good portion of like all the people around that area. Impaled them all, do you reckon, Cal?
I mean, the name suggests.
So he does this mega raid, and the Ottomans are like, fucking hell, we've got to retaliate here. And they do this massive attack. Now, I didn't take notes of the battle, what it was called or anything, and I should have took the notes, but it was on the Danube, like a port on the Danube, and they basically rocked up and tried to do what Vlad was doing, basically go into a city and kill everybody.
Yeah.
But they completely failed. They couldn't even like siege the city. So that's even more now, like Vlad's anger's gone even more crazy.
Yeah.
And the Ottomans are even more like, fucking hell. Frustrated. So at this point, after that 2 week raid, word travels across the whole of Europe. The Pope starts celebrating as like a hero. He's a hero now of Christendom. Yeah. Of the Western Europe. He's done this like this mega thing.
This is where the whole like the followings come from, isn't it?
That like the Pope and all that.
Yeah. I didn't even think of this. It's just like it's a Christianity thing.
Bigged him up.
Yeah. Because he's doing
this 2 week
religious war.
Yeah. It's all got to stem from that, hasn't it?
Definitely, yeah. Because it's the only good thing he's done. In someone's eyes, that's the only good thing he's done.
Yeah.
He's killed all his own people. They're not bothered by him.
Yeah, no, they don't care.
It's literally just what he does against the Ottomans.
He's killed 22,000 Muslims.
Yeah.
So the Pope's celebrating him. He's got a name in Europe now. And as you said, it's the religion side, isn't it? Bigging him up. The Sultan is this frustrated now. He's like, wait, we've got to fucking kill Vlad the Impaler. He needs going. So the Sultan raises a minimum, they say, of 150,000 people.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, 150,000
Yeah.
people of an army.
Jesus Christ.
That's minimum. So people say, I don't know how much, 300,000, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was a mega army that the Sultan raised now.
Wow. From there, the land that they've, from the territory that they occupy as well.
The whole of that, like Middle East and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine the call out. Imagine you're like on the other side, like in like Afghanistan, Iraq.
Yeah.
And you're hearing about this like fucking madman.
He's killing all the Muslims.
He's gone on like this 2-week raid. Right, you're being called up now. You gotta go and sort it out.
Yeah.
So the Sultans set up this massive army. It was full of archers. So we used a lot of archers and cannons.
Yeah.
I think the Ottomans like were big into they used the cannons more at this time than it didn't. It was still used, but not as much in Western Europe. But the Ottomans were using it big time. And by this time, Vlad's army's weak. After this 2-week raid, they're all like fucking tired. He only had 30,000 left, and they're like they wanted to rest. They're done. They want to log off, and they've got wind that the Sultan's just raised this fucking mega army to come over and wipe the floor with him. So Vlad basically retreats back over the Danube.
Yeah.
And he does the scorched earth policy, which we've covered before in was it Napoleon?
A couple of different ones.
And the Nazis did it as well,
yeah.
didn't they? So maybe, I don't know, you couldn't be the first to do it, but...
No. But so this is just absolutely destroy everything in your path.
So he killed all the food that they could take. He burnt all the fields.
So that there is nothing to sustain anyone who's going to try and follow them.
Yeah. He poisoned all the the water, the water stuff, the water systems.
Yeah.
And he was one of the first people to do biological warfare because he got all sick people.
Yeah.
And he either made, like, the plague and all that, like, people who could spread diseases.
Yeah.
He made them either stay in the villages where this oncoming Sultan army is coming to.
Yeah.
Or he made them march into the army and just, like, go into their cities and everything.
Whoa.
And spread.
Do you know what? I'm coming on side a little bit here.
Are you liking that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah, I'm just very... I'm impressed by...
Yeah. His logic.
The level of I didn't realise it was that intense.
So
I mean, I'm still not into like the killing all the innocent people. It's a lot of innocent people he's killing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's full on, isn't it?
Bit of a tyrant, like, isn't he?
A warlord.
Yeah.
So he, as he's retreating, it was supposed to be, I don't know how, it's probably just historians saying, but they said it was a really hot summer.
Yeah.
How could you could you tell back then? Could you do dating?
I don't know what
data could you use to say?
Must have been someone in the world at that point who was tracking temperature.
Yeah, they said it was an especially hot summer with this scorched earth policy. The Ottoman army really suffered. They couldn't really handle it, but they still kept going. There was that many of them.
Yeah,
they still kept going. Vlad realised he can't fight him. He doesn't have enough people. He's doing this. He started using guerrilla tactics, like hit and run raids at night and stuff like that. And then it all boiled down to this massive siege. I think it was like in the capital of Wallachia, where they were like they weren't in the castle. Vlad's army, they were like on the outskirts, and the Sultan's army was camped up outside the castle, ready to take over. And Vlad. Basically, this is how the story goes. He dressed up as a Muslim with his Muslim language that he could speak and everything. And at night, him and a few people snuck into the camp of the Ottoman army, where the Sultan was, went into the Sultan's tent, and what's the word? Confirmed the tent of the Sultan, and like got the layout of the whole like the camp. Yeah. This was at night, dressed up as like Muslim people. And then he went back to the to his army, went back out, and then the night later they raided it, and like raided the camp, and like it was supposed to be like really good. They killed a load of people, caught everybody off guard. Yeah, and they got to the tent that Vlad the Impaler said was the Sultan's, and when they got there, the Sultan wasn't in it. He was in another tent. And like, so he just missed the Sultan ever so. But really,
why didn't he just kill him?
He could have just killed him there.
Yeah,
but I suppose he would have been right in the middle of the camp.
Slit his throat in his sleep.
and then walk out.
Yeah.
Should have, actually, yeah. But it nearly paid off, that.
Yeah.
That nearly paid off.
Close one.
So they did that, and it lasted all night, this battle, and it nearly paid off, and it kind of it didn't stop the Ottomans though,
No.
because there was so many of them. When the daybreak came, Vlad the Impaler's army like retreated back and just dispersed. The Ottomans marched onto the city afterwards, and after they got past the city, I think this is what you're thinking about. They came to, basically, people put it, a forest
Yeah.
of impaled people.
Yeah.
Is that that impalement you're on about?
That's my second one.
They say it was 20,000 people.
I don't think it was that many. There's no way it's that many.
That's like all the people they've got over the past few weeks.
Well, would you
taking
carry
them back to just, they knew the Ottoman Empire was coming. Just impale them all, just leave them there for the Ottomans to see.
Maybe, I don't think it was that many, but
Imagine seeing that though.
20,000 people, so many people.
All impaled on sticks.
All on sticks.
How big is that as well? That's
how many sticks do you need?
How many acres?
Yeah, 20,000 sticks.
Yeah, 20,000 trees you need.
Yeah.
Well,
not trees.
A few trees.
Yeah, branches.
3, what are you on about? 4 a tree?
I don't know, how big are the trees?
What trees were back then?
Exactly.
What ones could they use?
Oak trees.
Oak trees. Birch trees.
Giant oak trees.
Oh, you got loads
You
there.
cut one down.
But they said it was a forest, so it must have been dense impalement of people all there. And the Ottomans basically were like, whoa,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on here? If it is true, I know you're saying...
Well, I heard that they weren't that bothered by it, were they?
Yeah. Well, the Sultan and all that stopped.
Yeah.
He basically stopped and was like, I don't want to do any more of this.
Yeah.
This is like too much for me. And he retreated, but he sent... who did he... Oh, he sent Radu.
Yeah.
Radu the Handsome turns up, and he says with his army, who was already with the Ottoman army,
Yeah.
he said, like, basically split the army and said, like, whoever wants to go on can go on.
Yeah. Who's coming back?
Come with me now.
Yeah.
So Radu went on with the rest of the army to the city and basically took over. Wallachia walked in.
Yeah.
Because they walked into it because Vlad the Impaler knew he couldn't fight him, and all he had was these like guerrilla tactics.
That last chance of
that was it.
We can try and scare them off with all this.
That's all we've got. And then he dispersed. And his
Radu, his brother.
Radu the Handsome.
Yeah.
Turned up with like a big
gay Radu, slightly less handsome.
What do you think his hair was like? A big mane.
Yeah.
Or
long
a ponytail.
Nice big Muslim beard.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't see it. He'd have a turban on.
Yeah.
He'd be like, what was that? Lawrence of Arabia. Who's the actor in that who plays?
Alec Guinness.
Does he play?
Is Alec Guinness
a Muslim?
Oh no, you mean Omar Sharif?
Is that who you're thinking of?
Yeah, he was Egyptian though. Omar Sharif.
Was he? It might not be that film I'm thinking of. But
you mean like
I'm picturing a white man
playing
a Muslim.
Yeah, I'm that's what Radu's like, isn't he?
Yeah. It's a white man dressed in. It's like fucking Jihadi
John.
Yeah, or like fucking the one off Four Lions. What's his name?
Barry.
Barry, yeah.
Barry. Bomb the mosque. Yeah. Well, is there an episode where Carl Pilkington puts like some Islamic clothing on?
I don't know. Probably.
Well, yeah, this Radu's turned up and took the throne, and Vlad the Impaler's wife was in the city at the time, and she reportedly said like a famous line. Don't know if it was obviously Chinese whispers again, as I'm saying, but it was something about I'd rather feed myself to the fish than be killed by the Muslims or something. But she killed herself and jumped in the river.
Yeah,
that was how she died.
Poisoned.
Yeah, that Vlad poisoned.
Yeah.
So Vlad the Impaler basically after that final attack kind of his army fragmented back into like the woods and the mountains and stuff, and Vlad retreated back to Hungary and asked Matthias, the new king, could you help me? Matthias drawn him in, said, yeah, come over here, come to us, and then captured him. And that's like basically the end of that little chapter.
Yeah.
What if we look back on that?
That was pretty chaos. That was pretty chaotic.
What really did he? He didn't really achieve.
He didn't do anything
much though, didn't he?
No, he just killed a load of innocent people.
And then fled.
Yeah. And we're back.
We're back.
That's timestamped that one in history of the Brethren of Chaos podcast. First time Steve's had to stop to go to the toilet.
A quick break.
Yeah. So we'll just do a quick. So we've been through all the chaos now. We've had his upbringing and where he's got all this suppressed anger, like a little emo child. Then he
Skull Candy headphones.
My Chemical Romance.
Fringe.
Yeah.
What clothes is he wearing? Like
he's got those like fingerless gloves on. He's got a long sleeve t-shirt underneath a short sleeve t-shirt. Yeah.
What about like them black skinny jeans but with like it ripped at the knees?
Yeah, and he's got a chain.
Where's the chain?
The chain's on his
like where like your
in
belt,
the belt loop. Yeah, and he's got one of those checkerboard belts. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah.
So that's happened, and then he's built up this kind of following in this army, and he's been able to like get his revenge on his father and then start working on the revenge of the Ottoman Empire. But he's like underestimated the size of the Ottoman Empire, and he's by whether what he was doing or the messages he was passing around and the words that were being spoken has frustrated them that much that they've just built up and gone, we are going to track you down even if it wipes out 200,000 soldiers.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And he's had to fled.
And he shits his kecks and he's run off.
Which is a common theme for him.
Yeah, which has happened throughout his life. And now he's fled back to Hungary.
He's back to Hungary.
He's asked for help.
And he got captured.
Yeah, what's his name? Matthias, I think that's how you pronounce it. Matthias has gone, come on out. Yeah, go ahead, lad, I'll help you out. And then gone, nah,
there we go. Got you. Fucking got you.
Causing shit. Because he's probably mates with the Ottomans. The way it's going. What's going on?
I can't keep track.
Yeah.
Who's fucking friending who?
Yeah.
Who's enemies, who's friends, who's fucking who?
Yeah, exactly. So this is coming. This is the prime time for when he starts pushing out those messages like, remember when I did all this and I'd been doing that and stuff like this, and don't forget me even though I've been captured and I'm in prison.
Yeah, even though I'm in prison.
Yeah.
So he was imprisoned in 1462, and the official thing why they captured him, and obviously not true at all, was suspicion of siding with the Ottomans. Now that's completely not true.
It does make sense.
No chance.
Unless it does, and everything was an absolute total lie.
And this is the truth.
Yeah.
Only this bit's like the real truth.
Yeah.
And everything else was like the fabricated story.
Yeah. To try and protect himself. Because he's been siding with the Ottomans this whole time. Maybe. I'm being facetious.
No, I like your facetiousness. I do. Because that's clearly a lie. So there's got to be something more to it, hasn't there?
Yeah, there has to be.
Oh no, or it's like that much of a thing that it's like
everything else is a lie. There's nothing more to it.
Yeah, either one or the other. So while he was in prison, he became friends with King Matthias.
Yeah,
and
because the prison's not like real prison, is it?
No,
it's like,
I think it was similar to when he was.
It's like Goodfellas prison.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
How good is that when they're in prison? And they're like, have you seen the bit where they're all cooking the meal?
Yeah, and he's slicing the garlic with the razor blade. Super.
You know, I sometimes I cook my garlic like that.
I do really like
dead thin,
doing that
purely because of the because of Goodfellas.
The thing with when you do garlic like that, it's like for aesthetic almost. It looks really nice through a pasta sauce or whatever,
yeah. Rather than like big chunks of garlic.
Well, I will never chunk a garlic. I mince it. You can't chunk garlic.
No.
You thinly slice them. Do you know where it is really good?
Yeah.
When you're making pizza. That's when it's good. It's super thin. It almost melts when your pizza's in the oven.
Yeah. Which layer do you put it on? Like on the bread, or on top of the sauce?
On top of the sauce with the cheese, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because then you get the oils out of the cheese, heats up and works with the garlic. Oh.
You're a proper chef, aren't you?
No.
No, you do seem to talk.
I'm a cook, maybe.
A cook, yeah, cook. That's what I meant. Yeah, you.
Because the chef's totally different. I'm not a chef at all.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What?
Well, a chef's like Gordon Ramsay's a chef.
Someone who cooks.
Someone who I cook. I like to cook sometimes. I haven't done for a while.
You do. You talk with a lot of
I'm quite passionate about.
Yeah, you talk like you know your stuff.
A lot of passion. I watch a lot of food programs and stuff like that.
Like Gordon Ramsay,
No.
Jamie Oliver,
No other stuff.
Bake Off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I actually haven't watched this year's.
It's
Just
a bit shit, Bake Off.
Is it? It's funny because I watched the whole thing, sat there waiting for someone to drop a cake.
That's what you're
It's
looking
the
forward
best.
to.
It's the best thing because it's such devastation because the pressure's so high.
Yeah, I get the high stakes.
Yeah, and it's the best bit about it is when that person drops it and the people around it, the competitors, have to pretend to feel really sorry for them when they're actually
They just want to burst
made
out
up.
laughing.
That's the best bit.
And I'd see what you're saying there. What are the cooking programs then? I can't think of
I don't know. I
any.
like watching a couple of people on YouTube and stuff like that, and
Oh,
interesting.
YouTube's the one for anything.
Because like when cooking and you get to like 17, 18, you start making your own tea, maybe younger than that, and it's like pasta, and then you go to uni and all you do is eat pasta, and it's dead
Eat
easy to
beans
make.
on toast.
Yeah, it's like that's like, and you go, oh yeah, I make really nice I can do really nice pasta.
Yeah.
It's not fucking hard. What is difficult about making pasta?
You got to be dead to make a bad pasta.
Literally, because there's no like, it's different things. Like when they
The
take the time, when
subtleties.
you're like, do I know how to roast a chicken?
But is that where do you say your specialty is then?
Me, I don't know. I like simple, quick stuff. I really like Asian food, like making lots of rice and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why I like making stir fries.
Being
and
like
rice
trying to get
beans.
perfect rice. I got a really good rice recipe actually.
What type? Like sticky rice?
No, like perfect, like individual grains.
Yeah.
Every time.
Well, you better say.
I'm
it,
not sharing it on the
you
podcast.
you
No.
You cannot say.
No
that.
way. I'm not. No way.
Do you see feel the silence before that? Then?
No, I'm not announcing my rice recipe. It's secret.
Okay, we'll leave that. We'll leave that in the vault.
But no, that's what I like doing. But I love cooking a steak.
Oh, you do seem very passionate on steaks.
Yeah, and like I like trying different types of potatoes and stuff because potatoes they're boring.
What do you know? What, like turn them into chips?
No, like
Turn them into crisps?
like a fondant potato,
What?
which is a potato, and you
A
cut.
jacket potato?
No, you cut it into like a cylinder. Yeah, with two flat top, flat bottom,
Yeah.
and you boil it just until it's fork tender. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get butter in a pan and you get nice and hot and you crisp up either end of the cylinder, the flat ends.
After it's
nice
been
and
boiled.
brown, yeah. Get it brown.
Yeah.
And then that's in a saucepan.
Yeah.
And then you pour stock, chicken stock, vegetable stock, whatever you want, and whatever like aromatics you want. You might want some garlic, some rosemary, fresh herbs. Yeah?
Okay.
You put that in
Yeah.
and you cover it and you leave it for like half an hour, simmering away.
And you're saying you're not a chef?
No, I'm not. It's just a it's no, it's not. It's just like
What recipe is that?
it's just a recipe you find,
What you find
and
that?
it stays in your mind, and then you try it and you go, that looks really nice. That I'm gonna try it,
Yeah.
and you do it, and it's unbelievable, and you did it,
Yeah. You've pulled it
and
off.
it tastes, and it's maybe the best potato you've ever tried. The best thing about that, and if you do it with a steak, is you've got stock and butter and fat,
Yeah.
yeah, and all herbs and lovely delicious goodness. If you strain that liquid then once the potatoes are cooked and you reduce it down, maybe add a splash of cream or something, you've made a sauce as well at the same time.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Cal. What?
What?
That's like professional chef talk there.
Yeah, no, but that's the only one I can do. And
I think we need to do I think not even an episode, I think we need to do a side series of Callum's cooking.
live streams.
Yeah, you could just have the camera like above you, so it's just like,
I have a GoPro on my head,
oh, that's it, yeah.
like J. Kenji Lopez, he does that.
While he's cooking.
Yeah, GoPro on his head.
Perfect. There we go.
That's cool. No, I do. I do you know what? I need to get back into it really, but
Well, it sounds like you know your stuff there.
sounds like I don't. Honestly, I don't.
Was it
I'll
all
try-
made up? Is it like Vlad the Impaler?
Well, the
all
thing
made
is,
up.
I try and
It's all Chinese whispers.
no, I'm trying to learn a lot, like the balance of flavour and stuff like that. I mean, Mum gets really annoyed when she does it because she's dead simple, like. But I think there's a lot more you can do with food to make it interesting and easier food. Like my mum will say, "Oh, I just wanted something quick." It's like it's so easy to have something delicious, balanced, and takes 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah, there's an art to it.
Yeah, because food should be interesting. You should be, and the best thing to do is you should be in love with cooking, because that's how you.
Well, it is an activity, isn't it?
Yeah, it's therapeutic as well.
Yeah,
big time for me anyway. But no, I'm not. I'm in no way would I ever say I'm an expert at anything, or I can talk. I like talking about it. I like watching videos, and I do like doing it. And that's
I think there's
the best thing I like doing though.
Yeah. And
I know I slated people who cook pasta, but you do pasta, but only 5 ingredients. That's all you're allowed. You get the pasta.
Yeah.
That's not in the 5.
That doesn't count as the 5.
You get 5 ingredients.
Hmm.
And I don't like using like a jar pasta sauce. So I'm not.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, if you just get like
no, that doesn't count.
No.
That's instant lose.
You fail.
Yeah, because there's more than 5 ingredients in like a.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Jar of dolmio.
Yeah. I get you. You're on about like breaking up right to it.
Yeah,
what the individual ingredients is.
And that is the easiest way, because you know exactly what you've put in. That is the easiest way to find that balance.
I see.
And find like, what does that need?
Yeah. Because there's nothing else, isn't there, that's like floating around that you. Oh, what's that? Oh, that could do.
You can taste exactly what you've put in. You know exactly where everything's come from.
I see.
That's a really good activity to do. If you're ever bored and you just want some food, like I do it if I'm working from home, because it's dead easy as well. Pasta, it's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If I'm working from home and I'm getting lunch, I'll go in the fridge and I've got 5 ingredients.
What about like even if it's random? You got like a banana.
No.
A banana, blueberry, a yogurt. And a pile of pasta.
Yeah, and a pork pie. No, it's not like that. Like,
no, I get you. Like, what stuff you could.
I like just using fresh ones. Like, I'll get some tomatoes and.
Yeah, some onions.
Yeah.
Red onions.
Possibly, yeah.
Spring onions.
I like a shallot.
A shallot.
I would never use spring onions in pasta.
No. Raw spring onions.
This is the thing as well. I'm very much like, I don't mind the crossovers a little bit, but like my mum made pesto pasta the other day.
Yeah.
And put chorizo in it.
What?
And chorizo's Spanish.
Oh.
And would never go anywhere near.
Oh, see, I'm the complete opposite.
Pesto.
I'd mix everything into one thing.
No, disgusting.
You're going by country, by nation. You're a nation cooker.
No, I think
you're a nationalist.
No,
you're cooking.
There's like lovely Italian meats that should be used in pasta dishes.
It's similar to like.
Well, I don't think you shouldn't have meat. You shouldn't have meat in a pesto pasta anyway.
Are you honouring the meal?
Yeah.
The nation.
I know I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but I hate overcomplicating things, and I feel like that happens all the time.
You're adding too much in.
Stuff can be so simple.
Yeah,
you just need 3 things. When you do,
gone down from 5 to 3.
No, 5 like ingredient wise, but like if you're making food, you have.
I know what you mean, like a bit of meat.
Yeah.
Some.
I don't know, a carb and a veg.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but the biggest thing as well, it's just like you want to eat it, don't you? You want to eat it. You get me?
I guess that's
Make it
the end goal
Stuff
of it.
should be colourful. It sounds stupid. No, it sounds stupid, but like the amount of roast dinners I've had where it's just beige roasts.
Oh, I see.
And there's broccoli there, but the colour's being drained out of the broccoli because it's been boiled for 45 minutes.
Well, it's a bit different, but there's
I've seen your food that you make. You're like a chunky veg king, you aren't you?
I eat large veg. Well, you know what I try and do?
You just throw as much veg in a pasta dish.
Yeah,
as possible.
I try and I've always tried it since I heard it from someone on Joe Rogan. I can't remember his name. He said in your day, like a good way to eat without like trying to go on diets and shit, is just eat all the colours.
Yeah.
If you have as much colours in your diet, you're going to be covering like healthy stuff.
Exactly, and it's just so
like there's enough food.
You want to eat colours as well, which is disgusting. Like because
and you're trying different stuff. If you're looking for different colours, if you need, I haven't had anything purple.
Yeah.
What you're gonna have to look. You have to try something, haven't you?
Yeah, grapes or
you're not having
aubergine.
just a fucking sweet potato, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You've named a few there.
Beetroot.
Beetroot, yeah. You're throwing stuff in.
Mm. Yeah, I do. I like cooking.
I make stir fries. I have that all the time.
Stir fries.
I usually have a fry up, which is one colour, and then stir fries.
Really?
I think that's what I eat most days.
Fry up most days.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Start
do
the morning with a bacon, egg, and beans. I don't eat sausage though.
No, don't eat pork.
Oh yeah. Leave a bit of bacon though.
No, I can't. I couldn't start my day with a fry up.
Feel too unhealthy.
Yeah, it make me feel sick. That.
Yeah.
I do mean bacon, egg, and cheese. That on a weekend.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Yeah. After you've had a few drinks, that's a hangover cure, isn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Hot sauce on it as well.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. Moving on. Moving swiftly on.
Anyway, I don't know what Vlad ate. I don't know what they must. I presume Middle East has a lot of.
I don't wonder what they were eating back then.
Must be curries and
That'd
stuff.
be big. I'd love to get
and lentils, pulses.
I actually follow a guy on TikTok who makes curries from scratch. I'd love to get into that.
Yeah, I don't think it's that hard.
Like the proper ones. I know, but like the thing is, it's so easy to make a curry from a jar, isn't it? And you think about it. Because it's like, what, £2, and you just put some chicken in a pan, cook it off, and then pour a Rogan Josh sauce over it, and then you go, yep, that's it.
Easy.
But I think there's... honestly, when I'm in my own house and the way I grow up, and my kids, it's going to be, like, I'll make as much stuff from scratch as possible. Because I just feel like...
You're not having, like, a Russ's burger?
No. I just... and
a pot noodle?
Well, this is it. Like, even down to that, like, you know, you can buy, like, nice frozen burgers.
Yeah.
Why aren't people just buying the mince and making them... It's so easy.
I do, yeah, you know what, I sometimes make my own burgers.
Yeah. I don't, yeah, I think, well, maybe, like, when your kids are getting older and stuff.
Sometimes it's easy, though,
It's easy, like, kids eat baby food for ages anyway. No, because it's dead easy things that you can just... For a kid, you just need to get vegetables and protein on a plate for a child for them to grow.
Yeah, that's it. You're covering it, aren't you?
You don't have to go out... Like, you don't have to be crazy, like... But that's the thing. Kids who eat like chicken nuggets and chips and stuff and just like boiling the bag veg, those kids are the kids that grow up fussy and that's all they want to eat.
Oh, I see. They don't branch out eating other stuff.
It's like they say, like, oh, don't, it's spicy. That's too spicy. You just like slowly introduce your kid as like pretty young to like a little bit of spice. Like, ooh, like
a Scotch bonnet.
No, that's a lot of spice.
Is that a lot of spice?
Yeah, it's really spicy.
What's a jalapeno?
Yeah, possibly. But I was thinking more...
One big jalapeno.
Well,
suck on that, lad.
Yeah. Like, starting with, like even... Because for kids, like, toothpaste is spicy. That's what I'm talking.
I know what you mean. I know
even
like
a pepper, you make something, like, quite peppery.
Yeah,
like, just, like, black pepper.
Sharp to the palate.
A real, like, a hum
of
heat. That, if you're introducing them to that and you get spicier and spicier, and then maybe a chili heat wave Dorito.
Yeah.
You just get higher and higher, build up that tolerance to spice, and then your kid's not bothered by spice. And it's like...
That's a whole...
And then before you know it, you've got an 8-year-old who can eat the meals that mum and dad eat.
Yeah, straight.
And it's not... I don't have to bang some fish fingers in for Jimmy when we're having a lovely, like...
Vindaloo.
Yeah, exactly.
A lovely fowl.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go, Jimmy.
So
have this with your nan.
Exactly. I know.
I like your way of thinking there.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because that's it, and it's TikTok most of the time. Because I follow some chefs on TikTok who talk through the home, what they cook at home.
Yeah.
And it's just like dead quick thing, and they've got young kids, dead quick things, and you're looking at the food the kids are eating. I go, I'd fucking eat that. And I'm the one who goes home and go, Mum, what are we having for tea?
Yeah,
she goes, fish fingers.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Get them started on it. Get them eating the
I'm quite
cultured.
I don't think, because I know my mum used to love cooking and she kind of fell out with it, and I think that's really affected me in my late teens, early 20s. And I kind of picked it up as she was losing it, so I look like the dickhead because I'm like got myself a lovely knife and a nice cast iron
like a
pan.
Japanese knife.
I don't think it's Japanese, like, but it is fucking lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like trying to cut onions properly,
Yeah.
and my mum's looking at me like I'm a dickhead. Like,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just put it in the microwave.
So what do? Like, I'll do a fried egg, but I don't like all the oil on it. So I'll squirt some water in and cover it up. And my mum hates it when I do that. I don't understand why she hates it, but that she looks at me like I'm a dickhead when I'm cooking. But
yeah, I know it's because you're doing it, aren't you?
But I really like doing it. I don't know. Maybe that's.
Stick with it. Stick with the cooking.
Yeah.
I think we need.
I haven't done it for a while.
We need to do a cooking episode from the.
I'm gonna make those potatoes.
I think you should film it.
Yeah, I'll make those potatoes again. This is the thing. I made those potatoes while my mum and dad were out, and I took a picture of them and I showed my mum.
Yeah.
And for every time she's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do for tea," and I say, "Do you want me to make those potatoes for you?" She says no every time.
No, I don't want them. I don't want them.
I don't get it.
Out of spite.
Because she knows she'll like them.
Oh, yeah.
This is why me and my sister made a roast once on Mother's Day from scratch. Everything, straight to the point where like we made a butter with herbs and everything.
Did you steal the chickens for it?
We got under the chicken's skin and we were rubbing the butter inside the skin.
Oh my!
We made our own Yorkshire puddings from scratch.
What?
Everything, we did everything from scratch, and it was honestly the
Perfect.
best. It was so good. It was. I will never do it again because
it was too good.
No, it's the whole day is gone. You're constantly in the kitchen. Your timing has to be perfect. It's just a fucking nightmare. But to this day, if I bring up that roast, my mum goes, "Yeah, it was all right."
She won't admit.
No, and I know it was the best roast she's ever had.
I think you just get back into cooking. That's all she needs. A little push.
I know. Maybe if I cook with her.
That's it. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You fry that egg for me, or
no? I'm not. I don't want my mum's fried eggs.
Well, I think we should definitely do a podcast. So, if anybody's listening, I think they should get in touch with us to say how much you want Cal to film him cooking.
No.
And we could post it, and Cal will become a cooking sensation.
Yeah,
a chef.
Get my own show.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I'm not that good. I'm not good at all. Though.
It sounds like you know your stuff.
Loads of mistakes.
Yeah, but that's all part of learning. Slash the guitarist.
Yeah.
Imagine how many mistakes he's made before he got to that solo in Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Anyway,
where are we up to, Vlad?
Yeah. So
Vlad the Impaler
he's become friends with
Matthias, the leader of Hungary,
because the prison is like the Goodfellas prison.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. That's where we're up to. And while he was mates with King Matthias, he married King Matthias's cousin, who's obviously, if you're in prison and you marry somebody, the king's cousin who's arrested you, you're not in prison, aren't you?
No, you're not.
What are you doing
It's
there?
not normal prison.
Are you going to the nightclub and dancing with the royal girls? How is that happening? So anyway, he once he married King Matthias's cousin. I think that was it. Yeah, it was in 1466. He got let off, got released, and
she pleaded.
Yeah, let him go.
Yeah, please.
Want a quiet life.
Yeah,
and they did. They moved to Budapest, which was Budapest. So the history of Budapest.
My favourite city.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. That's why I did a bit of research on the history.
I want to go back really bad.
Just go back for a weekend.
I'm gonna do it. I think.
It's on your own.
Maybe with
a few people.
Maybe just one more person.
With one more human.
Yeah.
Well,
just a second human.
A second human. Well, there was two places, Buda and Pest, on each side of the river. Is there a river that goes through?
There is, yeah, the Danube.
The Danube.
Yeah.
And we decided, right, we're having this as one place.
Yeah.
Merge them together, Budapest.
I knew that.
And you've been there. It's your you knew that.
Yeah. Honestly, it's my favourite city. It's just amazing.
Like in what way? Like really
people there are friendly. The food's amazing. The drink's amazing.
Could you live there?
Stuff to do all the time. I don't know, because this is the funny thing about these countries, Steve. And as I said before, in Hungary, it's a tough language to learn. It's not like you can't. I couldn't work there.
How do you like?
How do I work? I can't get an office job there.
Yeah.
Because I don't speak.
How are you going to communicate with anybody?
Yeah. But if I had a a cooking show.
You don't need to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
The hands do the magic there.
Yeah, a cooking YouTube channel.
The food does the talking.
No, I do really like it. I could go back every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about every month?
No.
From the sounds of it.
No, not every month.
Oh, that
Take the magic away.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If it was like a nice thing, like we go to Budapest. We have the restaurants that we like, and
yeah. You're comfy with the place. You know the place.
I'm getting the baths. They knock me a bit sick. I can't do them.
Why not?
I hate jacuzzis.
What?
It's the warm waterness. I feel like I'm in piss. I feel like I'm sat in piss.
What? Yeah, well, maybe if it's like one that's shared with a load of people.
Yeah, that's what the baths are in Budapest.
Yeah, they're shared, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's not like your private.
No.
I get you.
It's
I get you.
Big, hot swimming pool.
Everybody sweats.
It's disgusting, and I
Full of
hate
sweat.
the floors. Oh,
What do you mean?
the floor. The thought of the floor of a swim, the bottom of a swimming
The
pool.
bottom of the not the floor, like around the swimming
No.
pool. You're on about the.
Oh, it honestly knocks
What
me
do you mean?
so sick.
What do you? What?
I hate it.
You're gonna have to expand on that.
The thought of it just knocks me. I just feel sick. I can't. I hate walking on it.
What the hell?
Like if I'm in a swimming pool, like on holiday.
Are you
or something,
floating all the
I'm a
time?
floater. Yeah.
You're hanging to the edge.
I'm like pushing myself. It makes me feel so ill.
What the fuck? Okay, so you could go to Budapest, but you're not going in.
I'm honestly, I got shit. I can feel the.
You look uncomfortable.
Shudders.
You look uncomfortable there.
Yeah, I hate it. So I can't. I can't do the baths. I went. Where I've been once, and I did go in. Not for me.
No. At least you tried it. You've done it once.
Maybe they let me put my shoes on.
Yeah, you get them like them water shoes.
Or a bit. I'll just wear a wetsuit.
Get Crocs.
Yeah.
Wetsuit. Yeah, big one.
Maybe I could do that, but the best thing about Budapest as well is the weather there is like it snows every winter. It's beautifully cold.
Idyllic.
Wrapping up warm.
Like,
so
like
nice.
postcard style.
Yeah.
So, the winter.
Yeah, the river freezes over. The castle gets lit up.
Yeah.
The Parliament buildings get lit up. It's unbelievable. You go and you can have drinks on a balcony, or you can go and get fondue. It's like perfect for winter.
Yeah.
At the same time, it gets to like fucking 35 degrees in the summer.
You're getting proper summers.
Yeah.
You're getting good
To the point
summers.
like it scorches the fucking grass.
Best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
Well, that is what Vlad was living.
Yeah.
After he was released from prison.
The dream.
The quiet life with
Great
his
art
wife.
gallery as well.
Did you go there? Yeah.
I always go to the art galleries, yeah.
Yeah, see the
Something
paintings.
about them.
No paintings of Vlad.
I don't think so.
Hunyadi.
Maybe. I've got a picture of me next to a naked woman. A painting of.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway. So,
Yeah.
Vlad the Impaler, he's living with his wife, Budapest, quiet life.
Yeah.
No wars. He's not part of any military thing or anything. He's left that behind.
Yeah.
It's relaxing. And from the sounds of it, he's probably having a good time, isn't it? From the sounds of what you told me about Budapest.
Honestly,
if it was good as when it was,
yeah.
what, 700 years ago? He's having a decent time. But he gets bored because
because he's an anarchist.
Yeah, he's the devil. He's a beast.
Devil in disguise.
A stooge. A devil in disguise, isn't it? Foolery.
Yeah.
Fool man.
Dracula.
Yeah, he is the vampire.
He is.
So he teams up. He decides, right, I want to get Wallachia back because Radu's still in charge here. He's been in charge while Vlad the Impaler's in prison, living in Budapest. He teams up with this other Stephen. I think it was Vaitory. I think that's how it was pronounced.
Yeah.
And raised an army, and literally walked back into Wallachia
And took it back.
But like we said, like
But they just don't. No one wants it. It must have been a shithole.
I think it's a shithole, and it's like right in the mid. It's too much fuss for everybody.
Yeah.
It's right on the border of
People are waiting for people to walk back in.
yeah. Come and take it off me.
Yeah. Come on. I've got Ottomans from one side and fucking Hungarians the other. I can't cope.
I don't want this.
Yeah.
So he walked back in. Now at this time, actually, when he walked back in, I don't think it was Radu. Actually, I think it was somebody else. That was 1476. He walked back in, literally, like the very first time. He's walked back in. Then in 1477, so he's had 1 year to try and get back to his old ways, build himself up. The Ottomans turned up and was like, right, here's this fucking Vlad again.
Yeah.
There was too much chaos when he was in charge. We turned up again with a massive army.
Yeah.
And we're just fucking getting rid of him this time. They turned up with a massive army last time. He only had a year. He wasn't prepared. He wasn't like, he didn't have enough troops, or he didn't stabilise the country enough.
Yeah.
And this was like his final chapter where the Ottomans finally defeat him. And as you said,
well, we don't really.
What was it, Cal? What happened?
I don't know. There's a couple of different stories of how he died, isn't there?
So there was the one where he died in battle against the Ottomans. They rock up, say, we're fucking getting rid of you, once and for all.
No mercy.
No mercy, can't kill you. Yeah. Another one was, I don't know if you've seen, he was captured and moved to Italy.
I didn't see that, no.
There was some, I didn't look into it properly, but I should have. But there was like some reports of him living his days out in Italy. Quiet life. But the bigger picture is there was nobody found, wasn't there?
Yeah, exactly. No one knows.
Yeah, what did you see? What did you hear?
I just heard there were a couple of different things, and they don't actually know. The date's a bit sketchy. Everything. Yeah, what? Yeah. So he could never have.
No,
he could never have left Budapest. He could just live there, a happy life, and
might have just bailed back to Budapest. Got to Wallachia.
Yeah.
Turned up for a year and been like, this is fucking too much, I'm going back.
Vlad was a 15th century Transylvanian prince who is said to have killed as many as 20,000 of his enemies by impaling them on stakes in the ground and leaving them to die. Legend has it he was beheaded in 1476 by the Ottoman patrol in present-day Romania, and his head was taken to Constantinople.
There's one.
That's one.
There's one of the alleged stories.
What else have I got? I'll get the wiki up.
I don't think it says that. I think it says a few random stuff. But there was I did find an interesting story. Did you hear about the thing in 1931? So basically, in 1931, in Bucharest. So where's Bucharest?
Romania.
Romania. In a monastery in there, some people were doing excavations of all the, like the tombs.
Yeah.
And they found a casket unopened. And like unmarked or anything, and they opened it up and did like an excavation in the monastery, and basically the body, the skeleton or whatever, had a Dracula ring from the order that his father was part of.
The dragon
order,
order of
cult,
the dragon,
the order of the dragon cult, and the body had like a crown or a helmet similar to ones that Vlad wore in paintings. You know where they did like portraits? And, you'd have to sit there with and they'd paint him. It was very similar to some paintings of Vlad the Impaler. To say with them two, could have a bit of evidence maybe to put together. But so they get all the stuff and they say, right, we're taking it back to like an actual museum or fucking university, or where they're going to do it properly.
Yeah.
And on the way there, all the stuff mysteriously vanished. Nobody knows. No trace of who took it or where it went.
Do you know what's ridiculous about that?
People say it could be the Order of the Dracula.
Yeah.
The Order of the Dragon. Still operating. Don't want any of the secrets. Don't want it.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because...
like, what are they trying to hide?
That it was Vlad or not.
Yeah. That he's dead.
Yeah.
It was fucking 700 years ago.
He's only milling around in fucking Budapest now, isn't he?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'll say a few little...
Go on, a few little fun facts.
And then we'll...
go the opinions.
Yeah. So the maddest thing I thought was right up to the 1600s, the Ottomans basically got all the way to Vienna. So where's Vienna?
Switzerland.
So
Austria.
So all this story that we've covered about fucking Hungary and Wallachia and Romania and all that, fucking 200 years later, that was like nothing. The Ottomans surpassed all that and got all the way to Vienna. So everything we've covered here was just like a blip
Yeah.
in the whole like Ottoman Empire story. They got all the way to fucking Vienna, and they had Spain, then the whole of Spain at one point. So like what we've covered there,
Yeah.
like what the. They've got that far. Like what we've covered is like it's nothing.
Yeah, and then so that is like, and you look at the feud that they had with the Hungarian Empire.
Yeah.
And how tiny that was when you actually look at it compared to
how much they took.
Yeah.
And
when did that end like that?
I think it was up until the Ottoman Empire ended in like the 1800s.
Did it? Yeah.
But I don't think it was all the way in Vienna. It was
shrunken
it was
back down.
spread out. But I know Romania up until 1800s was Muslim rule.
Yeah.
And then it got annexed to like part of Russian territory.
Mm.
So even that's not that long ago.
No.
It was still like Russian. I mean, Islamic,
mental,
Muslim rule in Romania in the 1800s, mid 1800s.
Yeah.
Fucking Vlad. So this is where the opinions come in.
Yeah.
He fucking did nothing. He contributed to nothing.
No, because it all would have happened.
Well, it did.
But it
all
happened anyway. Yeah.
What did he literally contribute
Nothing
to the bigger picture
Which
of it
is
all?
what I don't understand.
Why?
So I came into this.
Cal. Here we go.
Super skeptical. Like, literally said the story's pathetic. It's all very embarrassing. None of it actually happened. There's no evidence of it, and I don't really believe half of the stuff that's said from that far long ago in history anyway, because I don't understand where they get any of the information from.
Do you think I agree with you on that, but I feel at the same time that it all is plausible as well.
Yeah, well, this is what. So from hearing the stories and like I do believe that he was just a fucking madman, just killing a load of innocent people.
Yeah.
But like you said, it doesn't matter. I don't understand where he got this status from.
Why was he an icon?
No.
What was he? What?
What for? It's just because the Pope said his name a couple of times because he killed.
He impaled a few people.
Yeah, a load of Muslims.
That in the bigger picture didn't really affect.
Well, it didn't
the
do
Ottoman
anything.
Rule. Didn't
No.
stop them. Didn't probably halted them for
made
like
them angrier.
a little 5-year period.
Yeah. Didn't make any sense.
He's literally got nothing to him.
No. Oh, it's just I don't know. What's your?
I agree with you. I do believe though that it could have happened.
Yeah.
I feel it's back in them days. I feel like a lot of shit is plausible like that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck was he? He didn't stop it. He ruled like sporadic periods. He killed a load of his own people. Why is he this like legend?
Yeah.
Why is he an icon, a national hero?
I know. Like people talk about him like he's a giant point in history, and he didn't do anything.
No. So when I thought of Vlad the Impaler beforehand, I thought of like this warlord who fucking killed the Ottomans and did all these mad stuff. And even when I first like started looking into it, I was like, whoa, he's done all this. And then
he did do some mad things, like the Anglo-Saxon burning all the kids and trapping all the homeless people in that hall.
But it
is mad.
It's when you look at it like as the whole thing, isn't it?
It's when
and then you realise
when we were talking and saying like we've looked at Napoleon, great fucking generals, emperors, even the Vikings. Some of the stuff they were doing, they were getting shit done.
Yeah, powerful.
Yeah,
moving around, doing it. Like,
exactly.
Like stuff was remaining in place when they did it.
Yeah.
Whereas his stuff, nothing fucking stayed.
No.
He fucking fled, and the Ottomans were in, and that was it. It was like he was not even there.
No. He was just he was like a menace.
A little pest.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Just annoying people. For literally, for fucking 20 years.
Well, anybody listening, got any opinions?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Let us know what you're thinking. What you if you agree or disagree.
Yeah, how do you feel about the story? Because this is it. We've heard our opinions now.
Yeah.
And
I think we feel very strong on it from the sounds of it now.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing us speak.
I know. I don't know. It's such a strange. I knew it was going to be a good podcast, because the stories are always good, and when you do your research, it's always unbelievable. But to have this one where it's
like we've been duped.
Yeah, we're reading it all, and then we're slowly going, hang on. And I came into it like that. So.
Yeah, you came. You know what? When I was like listening, I watched like a documentary, and then I watched another one. And by that second one, like the cogs were turning in my head,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. I was like not giving into it
Right.
until you messaged before.
I want to believe.
Yeah, until you said it before, I was like, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going on in my head, and
Yeah.
I'm not accepting it. I'm not putting.
Because if
much
I didn't
on.
say that, we'd have gone into this podcast and been like, going, oh yeah, it's all fucking mad.
Yeah,
then,
we
innit?"
just took it all on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a great one. I don't even know. It's just, it feels so weird that we don't agree.
Yeah, it's a very odd one.
Yeah. It's a nice spin on Vlad The Impaler. There's all the other ones, there's all the other podcasts. Anything else you watch is like,
I think all for him.
yeah,
Vlad the Legend.
big mad historians.
Dracula. Well, they say Bram Stoker did the.
Didn't he just take his name though?
I think he is from, like, Dracula is from Transylvania. And
Yeah.
he's supposed to have led, in quotation marks, led armies into battles and
Yeah.
stuff, and fought against the Turkish.
Hmm.
That's like the lore in the background of
Hmm.
Dracula, the book. So I think it is just like took
And then just put a bit of a...
a vampire. I think it was a lot of. I think vampirism and all that was very. What is it? Folklore. Big European folklore, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's put two and two together. I'll take Vlad the Impaler, Vlad Transylvania, and I'll take this European folklore.
Yeah.
Make a good story out of it.
And I'll call it Dracula.
Dracula. Nobody will question me.
No. And no one has. No. Right. I think, Steve, we should say that by the time this podcast comes out, our good friend Connor will be married.
Yes, our stooge man, our guest,
Our
who's
guest.
been on numerous times.
He has. So we'll just say congratulations to them, Connor and Becca. 2022.
That is the year, yeah.
I hope for
Did
a
you check then for the year?
yeah. Hope for a long and fruitful marriage. And I hope Connor and Paddy are having a good time watching Brian Cox right now.
Oh, I think we should mention about that a second.
Yeah.
So as we're recording,
They're in an amphitheatre. I don't know where.
watching Brian Cox, the scientist,
The scientists talk about space.
and he's. I could watch him for days.
I'm so jealous that I'm not there.
Fuck. You know, he's like one of them ones where you watch and like you get tired and fall asleep, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like
It's
he's so
comfortable.
soothing and
Yeah.
comfortable.
Oh.
I'd fall asleep if I was there, but it'd be a compliment.
And what a beautiful way to end. Steve, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Listeners, thanks for listening as always. I hope you've enjoyed, and please let us know how much you disagree with the story of Vlad the Impaler.
This was brought to you by Merdley Productions.